One name Melchizedek, as many of you may know, and I still remain loyal before all of you that are watching me and those that are to come. All of us are equal and important in this life, I tell you. That is why the fingers may be unequal, but all of them are important. In other words, one cannot function without others. If you are going on the road, you see somebody with 4 fingers, you will be skeptic and begin to wonder what happened because they are not complete. So that is why we need each other in this struggle. But we don't need people that will begin to question the leadership to begin to dabble into power, as per se, or begin to use this struggle to make money. That is what we cannot condone. And today, many of you know how the court case of our leader went, and at the same time, what future holds for us. And that is why we're here today. And at the same time, I want to also to highlight to you that you must be very careful. Today's exposition a little bit will be very well understood by those that are distinguished themselves academically, if I may put it in that way. Those that have embraced knowledge and power at the same time. You know, they say knowledge is information is power. Sorry, like I always reiterate. Those who distinguish themselves academically can be able to grasp this today because it's more of philosophy inclined. Mind game. This is what they have been using to hold in many of you. Mind game. Where because human beings are imperfect, the ingenuity of human being has been explored. The ingenuity of the leaders of this struggle, the imperfection of the piloters of this noble family, if I may put it in that way, they explored it at their own advantage. Any little loophole, they take it as their own advantage. And we are going to look into that today. We are going to go into Sadhguru, like many of you know, as a kind of preamble before we kick off to what we have today. This is what I call trapped in psychological game. The mind can only be confused if you continue listening to the source of information without making use of their conscience. Nelson Mandela we praise today. Many of us know how he started. Mahatma Gandhi we are praising today. We know how he started. Even Mahatma Gandhi, he tried all he could. He only enjoyed 1 year after his aim has been achieved. But today, India are free from total colonialism by British. But we have someone that is coming to sacrifice for us, to raise up the subconscious of humanity, to make us be aware of what is going on in the environment. He never tell us to go and kill anybody. You see what he's saying here. He said white people are kind. But we know that they are the ones holding us. How are we going to be awakening? How are we going to deliver ourselves from this mental slavery and at the same time this invisible enslavement in our land? Because they are not there as per se, but they are using us to suffocate us. It's only by reasoning. That is why he came to wake us up. But today people are working against him, calling him all sorts of names and criminals. And today I have turned in to join in the wagon of freedom. Now they are now beginning to attack the leadership which he set up. They are now beginning to attack the structure which he created. And they are telling you that they are working. But we are going to see them tonight. Let's go. I want you to pay attention to this. Let me see if it's what I have here. Sadhguru. Let me see if it's what I have here. This is what comes to your mind that makes you to say the word of wisdom. How does it come about? All right. Let me bring it to the. You were not there in the government to release our leader. Are you praying? The junior people of Biafra, we are IPOB. Nobody shout IPOB on top a lot. Government to release our leader. Are you? The junior people of Biafra, we are IPOB. Nobody shout IPOB on top a lot. They're only on internet. Even the protest I saw today, brazen in Germany, in Italy. I put my ear to hear whether we are on top a lot to IPOB. I didn't hear them. It's very unfortunate that these people are still taking many of you for a ride. I don't blame them. I have to be honest. I blame your stupidity. Now let me bring this. Let me bring this on the screen. Let me see if it's what I have here. These people are very funny. They are really funny people. Now listen. Let's listen to this. They said they don't want to see your they don't want to say your in the court case today. I don't know whether many of you saw them. Yes, Prince Will Chris. May God bless you for being among those that we are protesting. It's not easy. To get freedom is not easy. It's not an easy task. Or this everybody will be free now. It's not easy. It's not easy, to tell you the truth. Now let's go. Let's listen to this man. Let's listen to the barrister, what they said, and to see whether Ejiofor is there. They say Ejiofor should not near there today. They say they gave order. They gave order that anybody that sees Ejiofor, they should stone him. Whether they should kill him, I don't know. But we're going to see what they said today. They'll be ranting. I don't blame them, like I said. I blame those that are still listening to this. Okay, this is it.
Ejiofor to keep on deceiving us. We have been told. So we cannot allow Ejiofor to keep on deceiving us, giving us rubbish updates, lying for us, working with the US. If you all agree with me that the US are compromised, then why should Ejiofor come and tell us to listen to people that are compromised? People that will not listen to our leader's instruction. Madam Finance told us that any instruction given to our leader has become a law to be obeyed and not debated. Why is it that people in Madam Finance refuse to obey the law? Why is it that you refuse to obey the law? And then by Ejiofor is coming to tell us that we should listen to these people that have disobeyed our leader. That means he is part of the criminal activities in the US, and we cannot listen to by Ejiofor. We cannot even allow him to get close to our leader anymore. We have signed by Ejiofor. If they are listening to me, send this message to him that we have signed by Ejiofor and he should not get close, anywhere close.
God of mercy. The existence of these persons now you are hearing with those that follow you will show me that we are far. Many of us are very far. They give their command on internet, and those they are following them could not ask. Okay, you have given command. Have you been obeyed? That's the answer.
Or anywhere our leader man the government, because we are not going to take the liability. We have said by Ejiofor, we should allow the foreign lawyers that we have.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Sometimes I say I will not. Let's go. Let's be honest.
Sorry, I don't have to speak.
That is jurisdiction. No, not the two applications, one. And that is the one that is jurisdictional, which is saying that all the 15 counts in the charge are bad, and bad. Like I described it before the court, they are as dead as dodo. All that the court requires is to give them a decent burial. Because there is nothing whatsoever in the counts at all. You are accusing Nnamdi Kanu of making some broadcast. He didn't say where this broadcast was made. Was it made in the spirit world? Was it made in the air? Was it made under the ground? He didn't state. That was to run away from the first count they had filed, which we attacked when they had mentioned the United Kingdom. So they thought that by not mentioning a place, they had gotten away from it. But as a matter of fact, they had worsened their case. Because the Federal High Court Act says specifically, Section 34, that you must state the very location, specific location where an offense has been committed. That is one. They couldn't state any. They say and that the brokers were in furtherance of some treasonable acts. For you to charge a person with forging treason, you must have to charge the person with treason. Nnamdi Kanu is not charged with treason here. We call it the predicate offense. It is from this predicate offense that the acts of furthering will emanate. So they are building castles on empty air. There's nothing to support it. You are saying that the brokers he made led to protests, violent protests in the east and in Lagos, affecting Lagos transportation system. Does this court have jurisdiction territorially over Lagos and matters that happen near Ihiala, in Nnamdi State? No. Does this court have jurisdiction over matters if there was an offense committed, for example, say in UK? Does this court have jurisdiction over matters that happen in UK? Answer, no. Because this court cannot exercise jurisdiction on matters within a sovereign land, another country that has sovereignty under international law. Another major point is that you are trying this man, saying for committing, for belonging to a proscribed organization.
Listen.
And I must now say this, contrary to what the prosecution said last time. Nnamdi Kanu has never denied being a member of Ipob. He says, I am not a member of proscribed Ipob.
Correct.
I want all of you to know the difference. And when Ipob was proscribed through the court process, Nnamdi Kanu challenged it. The matter is at the Court of Appeal currently. Nobody knows the judgment of the Court of Appeal. If the Court of Appeal finally says that this prescription was wrong as we are contending, let's say by that time you had already tried Nnamdi and jailed him, how will you bring him back? So you are trying him under a law that is incorrect, that is being challenged, whose efficacy and longevity is being tested and has not been free. So we call it lite pendens, or the doctrine of subjudice. So you cannot. So Nnamdi Kanu, in his extrajudicial statement, said, he founded Ipob in 2012 in London. And that he denied. He has never denied being the founder, head, and member of Ipob, but he denies being a member of proscribed Ipob.
All right, hold on there. Hold on there. Listen to this voice. I don't want to bring the face. How can one bring the face on there? I have him going to say, many of us say, just what I think hand like this. They don't deserve to leave. Now, listen. I know you have heard it before, but all they make sense now.
Why everything has become new. We are the people of Idu. That's our destiny. We're standing all over and we're getting our freedom.
They have sold our leader. They said we should not delay them. They did not thought it before they sold him that our leader would delay them. So no, they say they did it. You see this?
And they're going to see our leader doesn't know grammar anymore. Because is our leader afraid of being called a terrorist? Our leader said if you're a freedom fighter and you've never been called a terrorist, then you don't know what you're doing.
Let's go. Let's continue. Oh, just Anna make good sense to many of you that are in this when they are a child. Anytime you people make them on the road, begin to cry for them. You know, like this, about God of mercy. Now they are now in my face. You do all this, you do. Everyone here in everyone, I just saw half year from our meeting. Grown up man. That woman that thought you do, she's right to where you do. I just say, but who said where you do? Yeah, our leader said we should go and make investigation. Okay, you have finished investigation. Now why not wait now when it comes out? Yes, no, but where you do? So we get never on a beacon, no? Then we will do outside. Or we never buy any meeting. So they are not trying to tell you that our leader is not afraid to answer terrorists. In other words, they want to but the game is over anyway. It's over. He never accepted to be a terrorist organization. I know.
So Nnamdi Kanu, in his extrajudicial statement, said he founded Ipob in 2012 in London. And that he denied. He has never denied being the founder, head, and member of Ipob, but he denies being a member of proscribed Ipob. This point will be made clear. We have also challenged the entire law itself, the Terrorism Prevention Act as amended. of 2011 Assembly in 2013. It is not a law within the exclusive legislative list of the National Assembly that it ought to have made. It has no competence to make it under the Constitution. We have also challenged that. There are other grounds, very strong grounds where we are challenging that. For example, you bring this man, you abducted him by force, you tortured him, you captured him like a common criminal in Kenya. A British citizen who had gone to Kenya voluntarily, you captured him.
Now let us see what the Kenya people said. Kenya have written the same day today. That's why I told many of you, we don't need to kill ourselves in the name of action. Some people say, our leader say if we didn't see you, we should burn down the zoo. If you burn down the zoo, what do you have? Have you been contributing? The answer is no. Are you a member of Ipob? No. In other words, you are not doing anything. There are some people that understand them. They may not be a member, but they are contributing financially. Not only by saying, oh, Biafra is the solution. You must join them. I know a lot of people that are not into Ipob, but they are contributing financially. I know many of them. But almost 90% of these infiltrators in our midst, they never, in fact, they are haters of Mazi Methuselah. They just turn overnight to become lovers of freedom. And I'm everywhere. And I'm calling from Sweden. I'm calling from Norway. What do US do now? I don't like it. They need to do something now. They need to give action. Your leader have no case. Number one, they are holding what is so much important to you. If you want to understand the whole scenario now, just take your father to be. I know many of you are claiming to love him, but I know you hate him. But as a hater of this trouble, just take your father to be like Mazi Methuselah in DSS dungeon, and you want to start rioting in our land in only 5 states, claiming that you are doing him good. He will be proud of you. You are now beginning to destroy, begin to kill, rape our children. You don't know if you are showing your anger because he say burn down the zoo. If you want us to burn down the zoo, let's go to Kanu. Can you go to Castina? We don't go Gawa Sokoto, Gawa Kaduna. If in fact Gawa Kaduna Abuja, I actually burn down the zoo. If you are going to destroy Umobo Nyeraka, it's on all on Monday. Hey, make go be on all. They get to for Saka on Friday, on Sunday. How do you kidnap or get rape one anymore? Then I just say we must stay at home because our leader must come out. You see how it's going to come out? Something that's so precious to you, your enemy is having it. You want to be braving so carelessly, without direction, because our leader say burn down the zoo. Don't you know where he is? You know, that's why I told many of you, that's why I started with this program. Somebody can implant thought in you. When somebody tell you, he say if you didn't see me, burn down the zoo. But you know where he is. You know where he is. If you want us to burn down the zoo, why in the first place you supported these people initially, legal team, to start going for the case? You would have said no, nothing like illegal. Please, we are ready to burn down the zoo. Let's go to Kaduna. Onye na-ekwu burn down the zoo, one of our far away Europe. Now, a restaurant. Many of them are washing plates in the restaurant. Maybe in the kitchen where she's washing plates. Hold your phone here. Let us burn down the zoo. You are not doing anything now. Many of them at work. Let me sit at home. Sit at home. We must sit at home Friday, Tuesday, Monday, and Sunday. All of our office here. All of our is a working place. Now, we sit at home. Give one on all. Engage, challenge them. If you have any of them in here and are watching, I can drop this topic I have now. Let's debate on the benefit of this sitting at home. What is the achievement? What is the benefit of sitting at home? Only in 5 Igbo speaking states. Even if they succeeded in sitting in these states without forcing people, how are you going to use it to bring our leader out? Normally, let me think like a madman. I didn't find sense in it. I said, okay, let me think like a stupid person. I still don't find this sense in it. Then that's why I begin to know that these people, when I say hunt them down, when I say that Boko Haram are better than them, you will not understand me. When I say that all these Amajiris, all these Fulani herdsmen, banditry, all these kidnappers, they are more better than these people we are seeing today. Let me challenge. What they don't need to let me understand from the angle they are coming from. I couldn't. All they do is to twist. They twist up. Like this thing this man just explained now. They were twisting it. Our leader have denied them. They want to use Idu to bring Idu. That the Holy Ghost has touched our leader now. He has rejected Biafra. Now it's now Idu. Look at the man in many upper. You know we were saying it before, but I know many of you will not agree. Okagamoto or elaborate today.
It has no competence to make it under the constitution. We have also challenged that. There are other grounds, very strong grounds where we are challenging that. For example, you bring this man, you abducted him by force, you tortured him, you captured him like a common criminal in Kenya. A British citizen who have gone to Kenya voluntarily, you captured him, you abducted him, and you rendered him to Nigeria by force without going through any extradition process. And all the laws governing this matter, like Article 12, sub 4, Article 34 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, like sections 4 to 6 of the terrorism and other acts within the Commonwealth jurisdiction, and even part 5A of the guidelines issued pursuant to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, say that before you can try a person for an offense, you have to show that the person was rendered freely and voluntarily, lawfully, to your country from the country where he was, maybe as a fugitive or as a visitor. But Nnamdi Kanu was captured in Kenya and brought here extrajudicially to Nigeria to face trial. That cannot make any count based on that to stand. It is like saying that you can destroy a person ahead so as to have the chance to try the person. So we raise some very fundamental steps, and in many cases, many events, the entire 34 grounds that we fight, the entire affidavit and better affidavit, including points of law, they could never deny any of them. They just did what we call general denial.
Leave them there. What you are seeing on the screen is the update from the Kenyan court of law. This is them in their own court of law. They said a breaking Nnamdi Kanu's case has gone beyond extraordinary rendition. It is a high crime. Kenyan government. This is what they said here today. Court papers filed by the Kenyan Attorney General have shown that the repatriation of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to Nigeria was illegal. All of us know. This was disclosed by a brother to the detained Ipob leader, Kanu. Has already betrayed earlier. I want information today. Tomorrow, I will request this information on their social media. According to the statement issued by Aloy Jumako, Kanu Special Counsel, on the men involved here. This is it. The Kenyan government, according to the statements, has filed an affidavit stating that there was no immigration records of Kanu's departure from Kenya after his last arrival on 12th May 2021. Kanu has stated that the affidavit is an official confirmation that the Nigerian government has contravened the provision of the Kenyan, Nigerian Constitution and international law. The statements read, in the latest affidavit filed by the Kenyan government in defense of the suit filed by Mazi Methuselah in Kenya, it's asserted that there was no immigration records of Kanu's departure from Kenya after his last arrival. In affidavit drawn up and filed by the Attorney General of Kenya and deposed to in Nairobi, Kenya on 10th of February 2022, the government of Kenya attached Kanu's arrival and departure record from Kenya from 17th July 2019 to 12th May 2022 when he last entered Kenya. I have a lot. Let me see if I can get it here. Paragraph 12 of the affidavit stated that it is evident from the schedule below that since 17th of this is July 2019, they said Nwanne Kenyi Nnamdi Kanu has visited and departed Kenya on several occasions. That's already there. Paragraph 13 of the affidavit stated that from the above travel history, it is evident that his last arrival date was 12th of I think this is supposed to be April or June. You know what I'm talking about? April, May, June, yeah, June, and there was no evidence exhibited to prove that he thereafter left the country. Paragraph 14 of the affidavit stated that I am not privy to his arrest, detention, or extradition. Kenya government is on the way. They are the one that are saying that Kenya government are denying that they don't know anything about I told many of you there's no case to answer. There's no case to answer. That's why we don't need to subject the life of innocent souls where he has no case. He has no case. What they are doing is just delaying. What they are doing is just delaying tactics. Delay tactics. What many of you should be asking is the journey continues immediately he comes out. If it is coming out, he must come out. There's no case. Nothing. It's all about perseverance, endurance, consistency. Stop fighting one another. Continue echoing that voice of freedom. That's what he needed from us. Every day he come out, he struggled to put himself in a good shape. It's not that he's not feeling the pain. He's feeling the pain. Unless many of you have never been in DSS custody or rather police detention in Nigeria before, you will know that only the environment itself will make you sick. Smelling that is come out from the very dirty people. But he come out, he compose himself. So that we, his follower, can feel strong to continue. Many of you will see him. You now run in the internet, you begin to create havoc. Like today now, when they postponed it. US, what are you doing? US, what are you doing now? US, you must do something now. It's not easy. Now listen to this. Listen to I don't know, maybe they have this thief in Finland that came last time to analyze, to question Barrister Ejiofor. They were not happy with him. He never really go into details how they want him to descend on Barrister. He was sitting on the fence. He dabbled like this. He turned out like this. Even he started questioning Barrister Ejiofor on his own personal case. Because of what? This idiot in UK, I don't know whether he's a gay, said that Barrister Ejiofor stage managed this attack in his house. You see how they lie against people. This house, Barrister Ejiofor, the house, personal assistance was killed, burnt together with the car, destroyed, burned his house. They said he stage managed it. That is why this thief in Finland came out and begin to question him. He should make sure he tell us what happened to his house. Whether the money gave it to him, is it only him or for the other people that were a victim? What concerns you about the money they gave him? What concerns you about his personal life? So they told him to come and lambast Ejiofor. He knew that his end is near. He was a little bit, he go front, he go back. He started shouting, you give the information, say I should broadcast from Radio Biafra. They don't want it. You give instruction, say they should transfer the money from Italy to America. They ignore it. And from now, we don't want information from you. So the one you can agree is because they told you to broadcast. You will not agree that you can say that we should stop. They sit at home. We plan on the election day in Anambra State. That one is not possible. But the one that will possible is for you to go and broadcast. Now listen, look at it here. Look at it here. I will open my live very soon because I know many of you might have your own point of view in what happened today. It's just all about, that's why I told many of you, I can't come here, make more, I know it all. I begin to shout, state of the nation, state of the nation. I am speaking. We must do it. No, nobody's on our land. I don't know it all. After all, it's not my field of studies. Even though that's also studied it, don't know it well. That is why we have team of legal team. They are working together. bring your own idea, bring my own idea. We make a way. I cannot be here and be sitting and shouting. So make analysis, make close without hearing from you. I think normal. Now, let me play the voice. Let me play the voice of the bagger. You have to pardon me. You have to pardon me. But for those that are not, this is what he tweeted today. This broadcast various times. People. That man, so many people are who that. You see that pronouncement of listening to US. If I tell you what that thing have done, you will not understand it. The thing destroy a lot of people. The thing put people out. It disorganize them. They now come out and tell you, don't stop listening to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him again. He's lying. Really? You are not going closer to our lawyer. You are not even going closer to Mazi Methuselah. The people we saw inside today, is not the brother, the relation. Blood is thicker than what? Look at the idiot here. Look at it here. Look at what he tweeted today. The thing no clear. Look at what he tweeted today. Look at. There is no evidence to show that Mazi Methuselah cannot appear in court today. Look at the date here, 16th of February 2022. And then 132 alike here. There is no evidence to show that Mazi Methuselah cannot appear in court today. One day ago. You see this shit on myself. I don't know. People will see this and they say, it's true. He's saying the truth too, because what I see today, no, down, you shut them down. All these they are moving forward, they will see it. There is no evidence to show that it's true, because this same clothes, he wear it. Okay, this one is the last video. They use it to replay. They lock door in the lockout and replay the old video so that they will deceive us. Oh, wow. I don't know, it's not fun. Yeah, they didn't believe it. One idiot in Finland. He tweeted that he's not in court today. Everywhere I've seen the video. Look at the video as I was starting. I know I played this I was starting. The guy had a. Yes, they need to say it because they told you people that Ejiofor should not near court today. So they want to try to tell many of you. Look at it here now. I think I play it. Let me bring it. I play it as I was starting this program. Where is it? I think I have it here. Where do I have it? Let me bring it here on the screen for you to see. I think I posted it here before I started my program. Is everywhere? Look at it here. No, just let me. No, let me bring it. Our mothers were there today. They may also tell many of you that these mothers that are there today, look at him here. They said he's a fake. Okay, they will tell you that this one is the one that disappeared. They say it's not happening. This particular organ now. We are the brother here. The them are accused. They are the one that sold him. All these people that are accusing them, I've never seen them in court before, or their representative. Where did they get their information? I ask. Here, they will tell you Intel. I meant Intel. The Intel I have now. We map Intel. The Intel we have now indicates Intel. Intel. I saw Mother today. I saw them Mother today. I will play it. I saw Mother, my brother. I saw them. Everything is just people do things on their own. You don't need to tell them what to do. Had it been announced that the women are gathering today, the women are coming from all corners of Biafra land to give solidarity to our leader. you will see checkpoint. You will hear that some women were whisked away today by DSS or by police, or they were stopped on the road and turned them back. Many things we are to do, we don't need to announce it. It is in the mind of people to do whatever they want to do. I saw also a gallant young man today preaching in front of that court today. They say they should not near him. I think this one will be better now. Will be better. So that the idiot will be seeing it and say, do I say something like this? I think it will be better. Okay, another rant.
If you are here in Biafra land, you will not allow Joko to get close to anywhere that has to do with our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, because anywhere it is compromised and is working with the Hamanzi. For the past 2 weeks, Joko has been having a series of meetings with the Hamanzi people. What is he having? What is he talking about? What is he about? Look at our leader is suffering in DSS custody for the past. This is my instruction. If you are here in Biafra land,
Onye wala cha leader. Onye wala cha leader. Also with his command. I know with it, in fact, so that they watch I am or help. Oh, because now we you for. Nobody call our labran map. And then order.
If you are in Biafra land, listen, this is my instruction. If you are here in Biafra land, you will not allow Joko to get close to anywhere that has to do with our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, because anywhere it is compromised and is working with the Hamanzi. For the past 2 weeks, Joko has been having a series of meetings with the Hamanzi people. What is he having? What is he talking about? What is the meeting about? Look at our leader is suffering in DSS custody for the past 7 months, but Joko has been busy collecting awards, traveling all over the world, collecting awards. Yesterday, he was granted night of nonsense. All these things, you keep on collecting awards, collecting money, happy, smiling. Nigerian government is getting 50-something million, is enjoying, is smiling. Why Oliver is sleeping on the floor? Why Oliver is in a bed?
Get now, they have 50 million, all their plan. They have meeting. Hold on there. I'm very careful there. Now, listen to the meeting they had. This guy disappointed them. This idiot in Finland is in problem. He don't know who to satisfy. He's not good to collect money here. You know the good though. When you compromise, you can behave really go better than our pampas. The way you behave, you not know it. Don't try to bring compromise. I tell you, stand one side. Stand on your own. Where is it? Where is the idiot? Where is talking the same 50 million? Say, Barrister, your 4 collected money. Yeah, no. You know, boy, your parents off. Let me post here now. If I post something, it will disappear. Okay, look at it here.
Also, inform us and tell us many times he has been attacked, and why are they attacking him? What was the reason of the assassination attempt in Barrister Ejiofor's house? That information is not yet public.
Yeah.
We know that there are evidences, CCTV evidences.
This guy is very funny. Somebody that is nobody. The thing really showed me that our people are very gullible indeed. Many of us are gullible. Many of us are wicked and at the same time gullible. How can somebody that has no access to anything, just nowhere, somebody from nowhere? Have you ever imagined? Had it been this guy won election in Finland, God of mercy, God forbid battle. I tell you, hey, I don't know how we manage this internet. No, have you ever closed your eyes for some seconds and said, if you won election in Finland as the deputy council? Sometimes you have to jubilate for somebody's failure because of things like this now. Because what would have used this success to destroy in our land? Because our people are gullible. Hey, look at him now. He's a councillor, he's a politician. He can enter the parliament. Then from there, the Finland government will fly the military. You know, he's also a military man. They will recruit the military, the whole military in Finland. They will come to Biafra land and give us Biafra. All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. We move. Keep open your country. Zero, one year. The woman no even vote for him. All I see, do it. You're on the internet. You want me to come and vote you? He has nothing. Every day on the internet. Every day on the internet. It's not his origin. No retire. Because he has no job. What just say I got office and rather. Yeah, what they call contract job. You show them any translator. Not every time somebody will need to need document to translate. We have them here now. Those that work in Caritas here, they translate for some of the people that are seeking for asylum. That's their job.
The court has also compensated me with 50 is not yet public.
50 million.
And that is that it was false.
The other guys talk about 50 million. He himself talk about the 50 million. So the way that guy is lambasting the job for is the same way they expected him, but he came and they missing word. And they're not happy with him. How can we share?
That information is not yet public.
Okay.
We know that there are evidences, CCTV evidences. Court has also compensated you with 50 million naira as compensation for people for invading your house. We do not know whether that 50 million naira is also part of those who were killed, part of those who.
Is he a problem? Eh? No. Not for these people. Is he a problem?
Were found inside the car in your house. We do not know. But the public and Biafran people are very eager to know. They are beginning to ask questions. We want to know who wanted to kill you. Have the Nigeria government investigated it? Because you have already been to court and court have compensated you, which means there is an investigation, there is some kind of investigation, and there is some kind of information.
Get out here, idiot, about you and your followers. Where is my phone? Somebody said I should call him. Our people. Very, very far, very, very far. I am in a very far place.
So it's not their fault. They are doing what any other business we do in the world. I don't know who they are. If you didn't allow them to come to pollute everywhere to ruin our environment, they won't be there. I remember when the deep sea horizon blew up in the Mexican Gulf, owned by BP. I remember Obama coming out, I think the BT liability was running into billions. BT kept paying Americans. You know they're still paying for it. Americans said they must go and clean it up and keep paying compensation, and they're still paying. But Shell is destroying Biafra land. Nobody. You can find a seat with Shell. They will call your family. Oh, Mr. Militant, come. Take this money for Peteshi. They will just go. I say he has been settled. He will buy one Jeep and be running about and saying, we did not get that people have spoken. Only one person. No, Shell they've even gone further. They take 60 of them. They're not owning them in oil and gas. That is for Yoruba people. Only their family, the Yorubas, can do oil and gas. But what are Biafrans going to do? They want to train them on art and craft. How to be carpenter. Oh my God. And your money is going to build Sokoto. One Rabiu Abdul Hassan is an oil block owner. Then you that the oil is coming from your village, Shell is promising to train you to become a carpenter. Oh God. Have mercy upon their wicked lives. Ghana has been told by international tribunal to stop drilling for oil. Do you know how sad it is that as soon as Ghana discovered oil, they started having power failure? Africa. Ghana, they found oil off the coast of Ghana, and Ivory Coast is also disputing it. They want some of the oil as well. You know, lazy black people, very lazy. Everybody wants oil to survive. That oil will go into the pockets of very few of them. Once they sell it, they line up the dollar in their pockets and they go abroad to buy houses. And then they come back and they're telling you, we need in this our nation, we need to synergize the image. Where is the money from the oil? Okay, don't you know? I'm in London now and I bought a house in London. But meanwhile, Africans, let's unite. But you have a property out. Oh, God. Black, I'm not sure they're capable of money.
We are not.
I don't know.
We are not.
I don't know. World Malaria Day. Do you know the highest ranking country in the world with malaria-related death? I will ask you again. Do you know that there is a country in the world with the highest rate of malaria-related death? Do you know where that place is? Surprise, surprise. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria, according to US report. Oh, we are progressing. You know, give us some time. The nation is doing well. You know, after some time. How many years can How many years do you need to be able to drain the ordinary gutter? No sewage system, no drainage system. Ordinary to channel getting water, grow water in the you can't do it. But you have engineers.
Well,
You continue. This is Radio Biafra. Live and direct.
I'm a civil engineer, or I'm a civil engineering. Many of us, I'm a child who know the drainage system. Another 4 years, somebody. The problem we have is we. Somebody will just come begin to do ordinary asphalt. If you see, express the way they in the internet. Wow, he's doing a good job. He's working. Can't you see the road he's constructing? You don't know anything about road construction. You don't ask whether the thickness is of the standard. You are constructing a road, no drainage system to channel the water flow, so that there will be not only having drainage system, also management. That's why this country is progressing. They have a drainage system, a very big one at that, and they cover it. You don't even know that there's a drainage system. Our own, even the only water give me there. About what's happening. You should have win the other banana, you should have win the van. We are got. I don't blame you. I blame the government because they are not properly structured. That place is all of them are the same. Tomorrow, under 1 year, 2 years. I remember he's doing come to away. It's like paradise. Some of them will take pictures of Ebo. They begin to share it. Yeah, Ebo is not like America. Sometimes, let's have this video mind to us. Some people don't deserve it. Though. Some people don't deserve it. Some people don't deserve to be free. That is why it will be paining you the way they are behaving. Not everybody wants freedom. Some people want to be slaves. You don't know. If you remove slavery from them now, what is their hope again? What is going to give them happiness? I know you don't think in that direction. That's why sometimes you want to talk about them. You come back. The way you reason is not the same way they reason. They love slavery. They love to be answering yes. They don't want to be like somebody. They just want to be loyal. They want to be obedient till they enter their grave. And you want to remove them from slavery. Don't you think that you are their enemy? So you don't want them to be shouting up there. You want them to be you want life to be there 24 hours. Then how? So they should forget about shouting up there every 5 minutes. If you give them 1 hour like this, they are trying. These people they try to go. They should take it now. They try. You ask how many hours? Say since over 5 hours now they've never taken it. They are trying. They are trying. They are not this sensible. I pity for many of you. And that is why this idiot is taking all of you for a ride. Anaba. I know the game he's playing. Ocho know the POU say the criminal DOS. You are the one. No, not like that. Mental toughness is not only by fighting. You can smile at every given time. Because enemy want to use the language to provoke you. That's the problem. That's the problem we have. Now, I have people that are watching me here. We don't have the autopilot here. And yeah, I have said it here in my program. Let me be a little bit polite tonight. Are you people afraid to pick up just maybe 10 minutes conversation? I don't know, this one I'm begging. So that you can teach us the plan. In fact, when you talk about it here, call him to tell us the plan you have. The plan. So let me write it on the screen. Maybe they will not hear it. Let me write it on the screen. Have they called? Okay, no. This is our. Let me put it. I'll call you back, brother. But I just let me put this on the screen before I put. I want anybody calling, please. A lot of people would love to call. Let me allow this thing to. Let me see if I have it here. Nobody will be here on Radio Biafra and didn't learn anything. I think our leader said that something like that here. Let me see if it's what I have here.
And that is why this very army will do us proud. This very army is serving heaven and not man. Chukwu Abiyama is our God. In the same token, I am the director of Radio Biafra. Therefore, by the very special grace of Chukwu Abiyama, Chukwu Okike Binibe, also in the Matatini, because Chukwu Abiyama is true. Because of that, if Biafra can insist that truth is life, it means that Biafra is the next can get to godliness. Therefore, Biafra is our religion. You must understand that very well. Mathematically and scientifically speaking, that. Assuming you can understand that. Because here we are highly educated, I must warn you. We must warn you. We are learning. I must caution you. If you come here to try and debate, you must be grounded. You must know what you're talking about, or else you will not be allowed to get away with it. This is where people come to learn. I don't mean idiots, because I don't suffer fools gladly. I mean people who are reasonable. When they graduate from this very platform, they go out and they quite simply are indestructible. Debate-wise, you can't defeat anybody who is a student of Radio Biafra. It's impossible. I said it is impossible. Where are you coming from? From the Zoological Republic? He asks you only one question. Who created Nigeria? Once you say for the leader, your answer, that is, the basis of your argument is destroyed before you even start. That is how formidable we are. And we don't intend to stop until Biafra comes and beyond. This very evening, I will once again demonstrate to your understanding and reasoning capacity that anything I tell you is gospel. There was a time I told you that a group of men running around claiming they are council of elders of Biafra land, which we formed. I formed it myself. I nominated them to go and join it. I found out that they are our Fulani servants, and I told them you will be dismissed, and I dismissed them. I dissolved the Supreme Council of Elders because they were filled with men who were compromised, those that do not love their children, those that will sell their children to Awasa Fulani. And today, in confirmation of what I said, the picture is there of this man jostling to go and meet Buhari, and thanking Buhari and begging him for 1 or 2 ministerial positions. I told you so, didn't I, that in the end we win. Today, there is no longer the Neo Human Rights Initiative because they are compromised. You can see them working with. I told you Nnamdi are Boko Haram APC. Did I not warn you before? Did I not tell you before that they are Boko Haram APC? Today, everything we told you is being confirmed. I don't know those of them who are listening to us right now via, I don't know where I don't even care how you're listening. As long as you work for IPOB, Radio Biafra as an admin, that very picture must be circulated extensively. I've seen it in a few places. Of people, if they greeting Buhari in Abuja, they don't prepare to the LPBC. These are the people under that union, elders one. They say I insult elders. You insult yourselves. You insult and humiliate yourselves. And in the process, place this intolerable burden upon our necks, which we have to carry. You call yourselves elders of Biafra. You are busy shaking hands with the person that asked Boko Haram to kill your children. People without shame. That is how I insult you. Because you are without honor. You lack honor and self-dignity. You know who you go anymore. Everything that has to do with money, you have no self-respect. Why should you go and see Buhari? To serve what purpose? I warned you. Clearly, these are the people floating alternative media sources to challenge or to rival Radio Biafra. And I warned you that these are Wosafun and servants. I warned you. Because you don't listen. Today they haven't exposed all of you and let I gift all of you. Gift leave
on there. Leave on there. Let me.
Yeah, Methuselah, ndị autopilot bụ ndị ihe ekiri Biafra, ndị ihe ekiri our struggle. When program ha na-eme, ha da nke ha ncha channel today. Ịghọtago? Ndị niile na-eme this autopilot, majority of them bụ ndị dị against our struggle. So ha nwere program ha na-eme ebe nke ha ncha channel.
We know. Thank you, brother. We know, but we know already. We know already. We have been shouting like madmen. We know already. Let me call this our brother back, but I know, like I said, everybody should make it snappy for me because I have to go to retire. This brother have been calling me for years. I want you to make it snappy for me. Yes, hello.
Hello, shalom, Mazi.
Shalom, please, brother. We have stipulated. Just round it up for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I think, because it's you. Let us just hear your advice. It has been a long time. I've never heard from you. At least in my program, yes.
Yeah, I will watch my time.
Exactly, please.
Just wanna appreciate you people over there in Europe. You did a great outing rally. You made us proud as IPOB. From Spain to Germany to Austria and also to the Republic of Ireland, yes, and also those in London today. It was quite mind-blowing. We appreciate you. We standing by you, us here in America. Yes, I just kind of want to, chip in something based on a comment you just made, and also you pretty much also kind of went, he touched that same comment. You said your mind cannot comprehend a human being living on planet Earth that want to be an internal slave of somebody else. I'm just paraphrasing on my own term.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's unimaginable. It's unimaginable. America is called the home of the brave, land of the free. And Biafra means freedom. In our DNA, it's engrafted in us as Biafrans. Organically, we are a very, very well advanced people in Republican democracy. And that is why in our setting, as far as village is concerned, from autonomy, most village is called autonomous community. It's ruled by a democratic system, which is a Republican in nature. All right? And that is the reason why the evil British, I cannot call them Great British, they great for nothing. All right?
Yeah.
They are great. You cannot imperialize people, went to their place, drink their water, subjugated them, and continue looting from them over
How many donkey age over 600 years? This is Black History Month in America. I want to commend our African Americans, Biafra, who are almost all of them Biafra descent in diaspora all over the Caribbean. They have done outstanding work. Without them, most African countries are not going to have freedom and voice they have today. All right?
Yes.
It's because of the unity they have within themselves for common opposition and enemy. All right? That is why they came so far to where they are today. All right? This is Black History Month. If you go through most of, I send you a clip, a video. So many heroes of our time, African American, that's invented. We're talking about modern technologies. Modern technology. The phone you and I are using, the dial tone, the voicemail, all right, the text message system, all right, the electric bulb you use in your house, the fridge, the microwaves, I can continue on and on, all invented from scratch by our African Americans. By our African Americans. Now, in that Europe, I'm going to touch this before I make my point. Where you are right now was developed across the entire Europe, Ipob, British, all those places, was developed by Jewish, Israelis, Ashkenazi, and the Sephardic Jews. They developed, they invented technology that advanced Europe, made Europe to become the country it is. And they were slaughtered by the Crusader. I've said it here repeatedly. The reason why we got to keep driving this message is for some of our people who are literally not just a slave, an internal slave, but they have subjected themselves willingly and willingly to be a subject of mockery. No white man respects you when you are a charlatan. Let's take, for example, the word autopilot. You live in Europe, a country that has a system that works. Your electric is 24 hours. You got water running in your toilet, all right, to your kitchen sink. Are you kidding me? Tell me. Are these people really living in 21st century? Are they with their brain? They keep talking about being hypnotized. It's possible they have hypnotized themselves. Are you getting me, brother?
Yes.
You live in a place where there is good road. People don't have to think twice before they can plow into the street or drive through the freeway. Because there is law and order that governs the road. Everybody knows about it. People don't die suddenly in the road. I'm not sure about Europe, but here in America, the roads are well structured. There are rules and regulations, simple traffic rules. I drove all the way from East Coast to Texas. It took me 5 good days. 5 good days from Portland to Texas recently. I've driven from here, Texas to Southern California. I didn't see no single accident. In the freeway, no single jam up. There are resting places you can park. It doesn't matter what time of the night. Nobody come there to harass you. That is what structure translates to. Structure, DOS. They are the custodian of structure. All right. So if you want to be a wild animal out of a cage who just run wild, you want to live in a world of your own. Don't live in Europe. Don't live in America. Pack back to the zoo, Arewa. That's where you need to be. Where there are Boko Haram, all right? Where there are Boko Haram hunting people down, in and out. Even those Arewas, they are fighting for their own state with their own ideology. We don't share that kind of ideology of violence. We don't. We share ideology of liberty and freedom.
we advance life of mankind. And what IPOB is all about is the freedom and total freedom of our people from impunitive subjugation of white supremacy, racist anti-Semitic. Why do I have to mention anti-Semitic? We are Jewish Hebrew descent. You saw the Israeli Jew who rally with us in Spain. Those are Orthodox Jews. They are Sephardic Jew, Orthodox Jew in Spain. They came out, voice out. Didn't you see them, brother?
Yes.
You saw them, didn't you?
Yes, I saw them. I saw them.
Because, yes, they know who we are. The only people that have lost cognitive, who have lost inclination of who they are, is most Biafrans charlatans. But IPOB have been able to correct that notion through marginalization of wicked implementation, premeditated wickedness of white supreme trash. That's what I call them, as supreme junk. You are supreme for nothing. Jewish Israel developed Europe. You went to Africa and plundered Africa. Not only you looted resources, you sat on Africans not to become somebody, but you brought them so-called ideology called Christianity, mind controlling, mind watching, telling people they're going to go to heaven, die and go to heaven with straight of gold, but you are looting the gold. Present that gold in your house is in that place called Europe or anywhere you are, using them, looting their oil. France loot 500 billion a year from Africa. 500 billion. I'll confront anybody any moment. I don't take no shit. Alright? I take no shit. We are to liberate mankind. Alright? And good-hearted white folks, they appreciate us for coming out to call them out, to wake up and say, hey, you living on the blood of innocent folks that did you no harm. We never went to Europe and marginalized nobody. We not such people. African Americans came here years, more than 600 years, and began to work with the natives, trading with them. They didn't kill no Native Americans. They lived in peace side by side before transatlantic. That's why Native Americans intermarry with African Americans. And almost every African Americans are Biafra descent. They came from bites of Biafra. So the point I'm making right here, this so-called, whether autopilot or you do whatever, I mean, these people are mind washed. All right? These people are demented. They are nothing at all to be talked about. If the only reason we have to talk about them is to set the record straight. Because you saw what I sent you a clip, my Nelson Mandela. Yes. He said if wise people doesn't rise up and confront foolishness and foolish people that are parading those foolish ideology, it will seem like they are wise. And that's why we stood up. Yes, alright, we stood up. And we are standing for total freedom of Biafra. Like I said, in a particular meeting here in America, there were intelligent folks at that meeting. I'm talking about American intelligence. Yes. And I brought that up. I brought the issue of Biafra. I showed them people. I said, this is it. Can you believe a man who was in his own house, who was giving bail, going about freeing his people, and also exposing the plight of our people, inhumanity to human, exposing it. His house was invaded, 28 people killed. Can you believe that's happening in 21st century? No media in this country carry it. I trash the entire media in this country. And that's why we have IPOB media and medium. Alright? Yes. DOS, they are the custodian of the strong. So, Mazi, he literally hit the nail today on this. And he said, even if it's just few people, a certain percentage, that's all we need. People who understand that freedom is everything. Jewish Israel, two things they gained at the turn of 1947. The Zionists, free Jewish Israel. They call the founding father, David Ben Gurion. The Zionists are mobilized just as we mobilize. Sorry, I'm going over the time that I'm about to round up.
Just round up, yes. Round up. I'm having like
All right.
4 missed calls, yes. Yes.
Okay. So now the Jewish Israel is mobilized all over the world. Mazi Methuselah went from continent to continent. He studied history of our people. You can't let nobody write history for you, demolish you, and then start concocting history for you. You're pretty much not a human being. You literally not existing on earth. Our IPOB have brought our people back to their sense. It's very simple. Even the Arewa, we've liberated you. Go look at Sudan. Sudan, they are organizing their own country. South Sudan too. Media said kept quiet for many years. For many years. South Sudan, they are literally on a fast pace of modern development nobody ever have seen. Doing it by themselves. Doing it by themselves. We don't need nobody to develop us. After all, those Europeans that came there, they couldn't self-develop. They couldn't. It was Jewish Israel leads that developed Europe, and many of them were still hated even by the masses. We just came out, I'm an Orthodox Jew. We just came out of Holocaust remembrance. Many media you don't see. They don't exhibit to show the wickedness of human beings against a noble, against people who are driving humanity to progress or in the path of progress. You don't see that. They twist things and history. You know what an African American brother told me here? I was at the park taking a walk. We grabbed, he asked me where I'm from. I'm from Biafra. I said, hey, you from Biafra? He said, yes. I showed him the flag. I showed him the landscape, the map. Wow. I began to share a bit more. He was so happy. He said what pained him most is people that came from the fatherland to this place. Most of them have committed so much atrocity against their own people, hindering progress of their own people for their own selfish gain, and came here to America and continue the same. I was like, wow, can you be on Radio Biafra and echo this to Radio Biafra? That's what we're talking about. So call off our pilot. I mean, do not. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Eh? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna round up here. They are irrelevant. You live in a country that is not yours. Jewish Israel gain two things. They gain respect and recognition everywhere in the world. It was the same evil British that subjugated Jewish Israel and had Palestinian project. Exactly a replica of Biafra, because we don't know which Jewish descent. We are very decent people. We are civilized people. We came from who we are, our DNA. That's why African Americans transformed this country, this country. Go to Caribbean, they are all ruled and governed by black people. And those countries are functioning. Haiti was literally stampeded. They looted $20 billion. Ask Haiti to pay $20 billion. I mean, these people are wicked. They are so evil. I don't give no damn about them. All right? They are not our role model. They came to steal from us. Not only if they have stolen and left, it's fine. They to sit on people through, I'm telling you, I don't even have a word for it. Through mean-spirited wickedness. It is unspeakable. It's against the Torah and the Torah. That's who we are. It's right there. Tell me a human being living on planet Earth, you want to see other human beings suffer for life? You didn't add to them, you keep taking from them, you keep letting them die through your wicked implementation. And those people are still hopping around, few of them, hopping around with useless ideologies called prophecy, mind washing foolishness. All right?
Yes, brother.
Then you see,
Let's round it up. Thank you very much. I know you have a lot to say if I allow you to.
work, they stand by the POS,
All right.
they are, we urge them to do their job. Concentrate in doing your job. You're not a punching bag.
All right.
You're not.
All right.
You don't even take no scratch from all these inconsequential fools who are living in another man's country, which is well developed, but your village has never experienced 24-hour electricity for how many donkey years? And you are posing around wearing suit and tie, which is not your traditional way. I'm not against that, but all I'm just trying to say is equalizing yourself. You are an animal that does not have sense, that cannot even be in the zoo. Maybe even in a thick jungle, you shouldn't be there. Be isolated somewhere because you're a danger to humanity. Freedom of Biafra is freedom for America and is freedom for some good countries in Europe that stand for freedom and liberty. It's freedom for Jewish Israel. All right? And that is why
Thank you, brother.
those are Jews came out. Hashem prosper you, Hashem continue.
Thank you, brother. All right, brother.
Hashem.
Thank you, brother. You say,
Shalom.
Shalom, brother. Our brother from America, I know you have a lot to tell us. You have a lot to tell us. He's a very matured man. That is why allow him to give us his own take. But in summer, as many of you may know, this is our women, our mothers, our sisters, our cousins. Look at the way they are showing by an example. It's not by ranting. You can raise $1 billion if you don't have brain, if you don't have the love of your people at heart. You ended up embezzling that money you raised from the poverty-stricken people, donating their hard-earned money, thinking that they are, doing it for a purpose. But this is no matter on the screen. Let me have their voice a bit. They made us proud today. They tried their best. Really, it's not easy. It's not easy. When you see mothers, you will know. When you see our mothers on ground, you will know. When you are looking for people to shower praises, they are them. When you are looking for people to support, to give super chat, look at them there on the ground. When you are looking for people to give star, look at them. Not one idiot speaking on his comfort zone, where there is constant electricity, where there is a freedom of movement, where there is availability of job. They have resigned from their job and now they are not broadcaster. Anytime, I said it. Anytime you click, you will see them online every blessed day in Europe. Europe is not like Africa. Here, if you walk, you eat. Nothing like you want to go and do abro. You want to go and go to one junction, stand there, bring your boss, run around, carry keke, run around, collect money, eat, run back, start doing program. No, here everything is arranged. You have time for working. If you miss even 1 minute, you start your job. It's not really looking good in that way. Many of them have stopped working, so they now have time. The time you at work, you will see them. I do see them at work. I will just press before you look online. I say, really? They are still live. When do you have time to go to work? Are they watch night? Still in the midnight, they are still online. What are they talking? Shouting, giving order. They will see this idiot in London will say, after all, the thief in Finland have given his own order, and let him give his own. So they are Muslim power who is giving order. That's why he will now wake up one day to give Biafra. Let me ask these people that let me be blunt. This voice now that is telling people not to do, don't do this, their people, their own people. I'm asked. Let me ask, because I've never asked before. This voice now you are going to hear.
Listen, this is my instruction. If you are here in Biafra land, you will not allow Jofo to get close to anywhere.
Their people said, well, how far? Are they doing it at home at all? If I may ask. It's a question we need to ask ourselves. There are people, this guy that is ranting, shouting, let him use this energy to go and wake his people up. Because for me, the way Anambra, the way Imo, the way Enugu, the way Ebonyi, Imo State, Enugu, Abia, the way they are doing this at home is not the way others are doing it. I can have one issue. All this covering up will not help us. Because they had not just some people. But you have to be blunt. This time, you are ranting on social media. Then you order. Oh, Biafra, what one I do? I'll go like this. You get to fellow break. I tell you.
If you are in Biafra land, listen, this is my instruction. If you are here in Biafra land, do not allow Jofo to get close to anywhere that has to do with our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, because anywhere he is compromised and is working with the Hamanese. For the past 2 weeks, Jofo has been having a series of meetings with the Hamanese people. What is he having? What is he talking about? What is the meeting about?
They forget that this lawyer, you see by the stage Jofo. What of tomorrow if you see by the stage Jofo defending say Buhari in court? Will you talk? No, I'm asking many of you. These people don't know the job of lawyers. The lawyer can defend your enemy tomorrow. It's a job he's doing. You hire him to do a job for you. You are interested for him to deliver. It doesn't matter who is involved. Tomorrow you may see Abakari. It's Abakari. Abakari may call him, please come and defend me. I see that you're a good lawyer. So if you see him tomorrow defend Abakari, you say he has compromised. Sacrifice. I told many of you the reason why these people are still waxing because a lot of Biafrans are stupid and at the same time many of them are wicked. When I mean wicked, those that know that these people they have nothing, but they decided to be following them. In other words, to bring this struggle down. That are wicked. Then we now have the little percentage, like I say 10%, foolishly following them, thinking that they have a direction. 90% of those that are following them are the haters of this struggle. The hater of Mazi Methuselah, those one I used to tell you that time, Mazi Methuselah, you're a criminal. You have embezzled the money. You are here killing our people. They are not inside. They are not the one shouting our leader, our leader. Anywhere you see a duo, even at this point, duos have compromised. It's them. It's them. Yes. Let me pick your call. Yes. Can you hear me? I think it's your first time. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Yes, sister. Mr.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Because I'm calling from United Kingdom. This boy, I'm watching your talk.
Why will it be? Why will it, that's what we are teaching our people. You don't need to take this. Let me address it before you go on. If you are being paid, you need to deliver the job that you are being paid. Is it not correct?
Yeah.
And you heard him saying that nobody should allow Barrister Ejiofor to near our leader today. Did you see Barrister Ejiofor today with our leader?
Oh, in the court. I watch it live.
He's ranting. Don't take this in so he's ranting. They call it ranting. They're doing the job they are being paid for. Continue. I don't want this thing to be problem to be bothering all of you. Please.
The thing may with them, which is how many days away. A mamma say, Okwaheje Lagom Badabi or look at Bandi by Jelevo, all of them do. Even they are aligned with is our Igbo brother and sisters. They take off rock, music and dance. Look at this boy, this is Sema. How many, what do you call them? Upper Ibom people now sit at home.
For where?
How many Upper Ibom women put Radia their situation? No money ringer, their back was off the how many of them? Apart from few our coastal brothers on Nnamdi, you can't be I'm a hammer. I will take Biafra, need your idea. Lele. Abasanya Nia. You will too much like this. Our leader, this fight, let us go. How are that? And they take what I had the idea with the citizenship, whereby you know. These people are in the mabine. I mean, they put all this confusion. When you get for the rubbish. Rubbish. Can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody like Nsima? Because they buy some of them do buy. You see how as if Barrister Ejiofor is his houseboy. I get your couldn't get your barrister, our able barrister. How can all these things happen? I am not like this. And Simon Eber, how do you let that cause all these problems without near all these people? No wonder somebody told me. No one person I am a business. Somebody will me buy a home. Simply issue that they don't have bread. I'm sorry to say this. They issue Simon. One only to see in the shadow. How the you only be chef is a honey no, I call it. Oh, no, I call you chef. Can you imagine? And God only about that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our mother. Don't be offended because of some ranting or some idiot on the internet. Now look at how a lawyer. This is the man. No. When I told many of you that we are useless. We all of us collectively. We may be brilliant individually, but collectively we are useless. What this lawyer said here? What he said? On your channel, on your chapu, look at the man here. What he said here? No. We don't deserve to live. Maybe all one equal slaves in the Bible. Maybe us. Just listen to this.
And careful evaluation of the merits of both sides. And I will say this, and this is true really not only for Nigeria, but for all and careful evaluation of the merits of both sides. And I will say this, and this is true really not only for Nigeria, but for all African countries. And it's not recognized with sufficient depth, I believe. All of the boundaries, virtually all, maybe Ethiopia and Liberia exception, but virtually every other boundary, including Nigeria, they were drawn by European despots in Berlin over a century ago.
On your channel, 2023 election. All of them in our land, coming out for 2023 election. Who's or hunt on her down, they don't deserve to live. On your top of room. No, how plan all America. Americans are from these are they are British from here. The same people. What we teach in America na Britain. They are the same. On a wound or so they draw the boundary. They tell us the truth. No. No. Let me not take it personal. Like our mother just called and say he's not, she's not.
By European despots in Berlin over a century ago. They weren't drawn for any benefit for the indigenous people. They were drawn because they had guns and they were going to take it over. What makes these boundaries so sacrosanct?
I don't know.
You're saying that the British get to draw your boundaries with no input from you, really.
Ask them again. Can you repeat? Ask them again. Oh, these are the man that they say he's also compromised. He's working with Nigerian government. The man that is working with Nigerian government, look at what he's telling Nigeria. These are the woman that is telling many of you that she's working with the Nigerian government to sell our leave.
Benefit for the indigenous people? They were going to have guns and they were going to take it over. What makes these boundaries so sacrosanct? You're saying that the British get to draw your boundaries with no input from you, really. And that's the boundaries you want to defend? So that's why I believe, although there's a prudential reason not to have every boundary up for grabs all the time, because you need some stability. There shouldn't be any sacredness by it. And you know, we always hear this slippery slope argument. Well, if you prevent one secession, then the entire continent will become unglued. Well, when South Sudan seceded from Sudan, the entire continent did not become unglued. You know, every case is unique. Every case is different. It was said also, when Bangladesh seceded from Pakistan in 1970, all of India is going to come unglued, the whole South Asia will come unglued. No, it didn't. Because the cases are different and unique. The case of Biafra is a unique case. Every case in Africa really is, given the colonial heritage there. And so there needs to be a recognition. No, it doesn't mean the end of nation states. It means you have an adjustment because the discrepancy between popular will and sentiment and culture from one people to another has become so acute that it's going to be preferable for everybody. You just separate peacefully. You can have trade. You can have other cordial relations, but you got to have separate sovereigns. And there's nothing antithetical about that. But I underscore, every Nigerian should ask themselves, what is sacred about a boundary drawn by the British over a century ago with no input from a single African anywhere?
Ask them. Ask them. Ask them. Ask them. Ask them. Let me tell you this before I go. We must differentiate who is who. What is derailing us is because we have implanted foreigners in our land that bears our name. To get Biafra is very easy. Very easy. If you see how easy to get Biafra is, you will not believe it. You see all these so-called celebrities, all these so-called politicians, all these idiots on the internet, bundle of money, all these Cubana them that hire the killer of their own brothers, which I don't know whether is a Biafran, because the way they look, you may know that one they call Cubana, if you go and check, he may not even be from Biafra land. So they use these people implanted in us to be showing the world that we are not being marginalized. That's why he tried to throw the highest barrier in the whole Nigeria, on our everywhere. I don't recall just well, hey, from Biafra, but I thought they said they are marginalized, and they have somebody throwing the highest, even the Deluga, even what is his name, Dangote, that is sucking their oil, using it to be rich. Never throw such barrier to the mother. This one I know everywhere, and they throw bundle ego, and they are tired of spraying it, throwing bundle, so that our women you are not marginalized. That at least you people are still seeing money to the extent of throwing the bundle. So we have a lot of people that are pinning us down. And that is good in giving super ego. Maybe each player say they should go and win. Each player will get 10 million. So that when they win the World Cup, they are uniting the country one, just to make the country one by winning ordinary metal or cup somewhere, just to carve wire. Then if they win it, the country will be moving forward. That is to show that we are united. All these players you see that are playing football, I don't blame them. Many of them is out of stupidity in them, the same black nature. That's why they can willingly go, even though those have had money from Europe, they could still travel home to go and represent their country because they are looking for their money. They made their money, and you are here crying. I saw many of you that are so annoyed. Even this last time, we have a problem. You see this AFCON that just finished. Some people devoted their time. Some people were watching. Some were blaming. Look at what this guy is doing. He didn't play good, very good. This is how you are going to give us this cup. I thought you would go there and get the cup for us, at least from football. Up and the Biafra. You should not aware that Nigeria lost. Joya say, no, it's not Nigeria. I'm speaking for my brothers that they are. Take all of them. Now many of them are Biafrans. Daft. Sometimes each Jaya as a man, we need to. Many of us don't need to be free. So all these oil security pipeline guards, many of them, enough of it. Enough. You cannot suck our oil and now your son become the richest. Only that's supposed to put them ablaze. Down to being the richest man in Africa. Oil and gas. Where is the oil coming from? From my backyard. Where am I doing? What am I doing now? I don't have a job. I'm begging them to give me security pipeline guard. So that in the night I will not sleep. I will go to inside the forest and be guarding pipeline. Then in the morning, Dangote with the white machineries, they will go to the office in NNPC headquarters. Go there, so-called, you do exchange, everybody will take their own, they go. They will call one pig, call Asari, give him maybe say, take this $10 million. Go and share to every security personnel in your region so that they will keep quiet. Let nobody do anything. We are with you people. They will come out here and the Nnamdi will become the problem. Nnamdi will become the problem of the pig in the pig. The idiot that doesn't deserve a pity for us. So it is we that are holding this freedom from coming. We are holding it. We. Look at what a white man is telling you. That's how they reason. Because me, I can't imagine a band that is drawn by another person. And we said the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. Yes, I think it's the first time I'm picking your call. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Methuselah, I want to check you.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, if I'm on the man, telling you from South Africa.
All right.
Yes, my brother, I just want to ask some questions that I don't know what is going on with Mr. Howard that anonymous struggle Biafra na hana support to Nnamdi and support to autopilot. Because essentially do about this thing. After making on social media about the autopilot people that we shouldn't listen to what our barrister said, and also we shouldn't listen to Mazi Methuselah again. So now essentially if we didn't listen to our barrister and we shouldn't listen to our what Nnamdi is saying in prison. So because you're getting to because who to listen to. If about didn't challenge your Maka is so-called followers. Number 2, challenge the this guy on legal team major for Nnamdi release. Does this guy have any legal team that is going for Nnamdi release? How come every day he comes to social media ranting that our leader must come out? What has he put on the floor? Does this guy have any legal team that is going for our leader release? Therefore, we all need to wake up. We all need to wake up. This guy is a paid agent. This guy actually our leader. And 3,000 no suggestion in our regard of DOS. You see these so-called people that used to coming out in this guy's platform. This is the lifetime now. We have to take good record of those people. The people that is coming from this guy's platform, we need to take record of those people because they will pay dearly for it. These people doesn't want our leader to be out. I'm telling you, some people are doing it for blind bill. They don't know what they are doing, but they say ignorance is a sickness. They will pay dearly for it when the time comes. Because these people are really this struggle down, and they are making this struggle to be down also as well. Because I know the place our leader is not happy. Our leader is not happy. And this is very simple. So those people that are coming out from this guy's platform to coach like showcasing themselves, DOS now, this is the lifetime to keep record of those people. Because time shall come, these people, they will pay dearly for it. When the time comes, they will know. This is my advice for DOS. They have to keep it record of those things.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, my brother. Yeah.
Thank you,
that
brother.
Is what I have to do.
All right. Thank you, brother. Let me know whether do I have any autopilot here? Whether you can answer this question, or should I ask? Is there anyone? If you know you are not autopilot, you can write. You are here. You have to answer. He asked. He asked that you are leader. Told you the autopilot you do leader. Said many of you should not be listening to barristers. And another one that you should not be taking instruction from our leader. Then the question should be, who are you going to take instruction from? This is what he asked. Now, secondly, he's asking that whether you people have any legal representative of our leader, because you people have also the right to hire also a lawyer that is going there to represent our leader on your behalf. And it happens. Just like even though he's a shamble, he's not doing anything. The one they call a lawyer from Ohanes, we know that he's going there to monitor what is going on, so that when any success or when he can take the glory or leak the thing, we know. So you can equally also hire a lawyer. So our brother Najo could be your own lawyer. So please, I don't want to top a lot here. I don't want here. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know. Don't be afraid. You can call in and answer the question. Though for me, what I will have said is that is Elohim they will take instruction from. For me, is Elohim. Then for whether they have a representative, they said it's Intel. Intel, they have Intel. Intel is following our leader, so that they will know his whereabouts and know what he's doing. So these are the questions there. For me, this is what I've asked. If it is one of taking record, we have been doing that, brother. We have been doing that. We have a library where their names and their pictures have been, circulated for future purposes. Again, need their future. We have them. Those that have never showed their face out, like us, because we're polish. So those that have never opened up, we also know them. All these people that used to call on audio and rant and run away, we also have them. Many of them are careless. Though they didn't prepare, they came out of emergency. So we have them. Yes, can you hear me?
That's my man.
Yes, brother.
My man, what's going to happen now? My man, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I've been listening to your program, One thing is that when we talk about these people, I think we have promoted them a lot. Because when we tell them that IPOB is indestructible, they think that we are joking. IPOB doesn't mean that you are a member, or maybe is there any Hausa man in IPOB or any Fulani man? This is the indigenous people.
For sure.
Indigenous people. So when we talk about the family meeting, the family members, when you don't have the Hausa man as indigenous people of Biafra, how can you have in the indigenous people of a family member of Biafra? It's very easy. It's impossible. We lift them up, anybody that will bring, and we will bring them down. Let them, one thing with these stupid autopilot people, they don't ask questions. Let them go and ask, start making research from 2013, 2012, coming up. Or even ask recently Ucheme for how is life to him. I I said Simon, he will never remember the password of his Facebook, and it's going to happen. Let them keep on fighting themselves, doing whatever they want. They to attack. They have attacked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wife. They have attacked the mother. They have attacked the brothers. They have attacked everybody, even the lawyer. So who again are they going to attack? Okay, Beke, Kawankaya, Romoya. Imam Mazu said it.
I will tell you.
Huh?
I will tell you.
So this is a fight. When we say the indigenous people of Biafra, let them ask Fulani, Nigerian government, how are they facing it? Because the name can never be obliterated from this world. It can never, nobody can erase it from this world. We are not a Dim. Dim is a member of Biafra. We are not Wazike, what's that is them? They are member. This is an indigenous people. You can't destroy them. We will bring them down. But in Sima and the Simon, they have created the enmity that they can never even think about. In Sima, in fact, they have choose to be in exile. Nothing like Biafra for them anymore. Till Dan Kingdom come. So my brother, keep up the good work.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, good night from here. Let me call our brother and to hear from him. I think I will pick like 1 or 2 calls. I call it a night because we have no much to. We don't have much to debate here. Yes, hello.
Correct, man.
Yes, you're welcome, brother.
Good evening from here.
Yes, brother.
Methuselah,
Yeah, we're hearing you, brother. Flow.
I remember Mazi CB calling from my own location.
You're welcome, brother.
I want to first and foremost salute our mothers from our Biafra land. They have done us happy. This is to tell our enemies how fanatical we are. We are unstoppable, regardless. I am calling on all Biafrans, IPOP worldwide. It is a time to begin to figure your way out of regime mentality. This is a time for us to be more deadly as we supposed to have been. I think what is happening now should be giving you more morale. We need this thing to be happening so that you will get more annoyed, more angry. We want to press you. See, it is good that the Z government is pressing us so that all the beast in us can come out. When we tell them that this IPOP you are looking at, that we are a beast, they are bringing more out of us, the beast within us. And I want to appreciate them for doing that for us. I believe that from today, as the judgment is going day by day, I believe that all Biafra will be rising. They will be getting more annoyed. That when they see anything calls you, it will be like maybe eat it up. This is how it's supposed to be. This is the kind of transformation that is going to lead us into that brutal war. That whatever you mention Nigeria, they bring the idiot down. Whenever you hear anybody call IPOP news to bring the idiot down, you don't wait. My brother Methuselah, when Methuselah, we are about to enter into what we call that freedom fighting. We are about to enter it as a country. We are about to enter into that very freedom fighting that we are talking about. You know what we are doing? We are just talking about it. We are just preaching the gospel. We are just creating awareness. I think Nigerian government is bringing a reality of freedom. I thank you.
Thank you, brother.
And I thank all the people.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
From here.
Correct.
Good evening.
Good evening, brother. Good evening, brother. That's our brother from our side. Let me go to USA Jimado before I end the program. Let me go to USA Jimado. You are always being the last speaker of the program. Okay, maybe our brother is busy. Let me go to you, brother, before I go.
Hello?
Yes, brother.
Hello? Hey, Mazi Methuselah, how you doing?
Yeah, brother, we are doing fine. We are doing fine.
Yeah, I just got off from my work. Are you still live?
Yes, I'm live. I'm live. Yes, I'm live.
Oh, fantastic. Just 2 minutes. I know you always, you kind of almost done today.
Exactly.
So, I feel sad with a lot of things. I'm just, honestly, I don't know why a lot of things are expected IPD to do as regards what's going on. I don't think I've seen those things done. I wish there's a way the DAS could be more proactive.
I agree.
And listen, the problem is, remember when Mazi Methuselah was around, he kind of shielded many people who are probably incompetent. Mazi Methuselah was the big figure, and some of these people, they were never tested until now. Remember, apart from Senator World, there's a few other people doing fantastic job. We don't hear much of other people. Now, for example, we have someone that's supposed to be an European rep that represents the DOS, the European, that has the European coordinators. What is going on? Why do we have a little guy from Finland causing a lot of problems for the whole organization? There's somebody who's supposed to be the chief of legal team among the DOS. Anytime Kanu makes his speech, they will rush and make a broadcast of trying to antagonize Kanu. I don't think everybody are on the same page to understand that the fight is not Kanu. There is a bigger fight by somebody who want to dethrone Mazi Methuselah. This guy in Finland never had respect for Mazi Methuselah from the beginning. I knew that. He never loved Mazi Methuselah from the beginning. He never wished, and in his heart, he believed Mazi Methuselah is not going to come out. So don't think he's stupid. The problem is, our people are so dumb. And look at how many broadcasts you've made and many other people, the media warriors. How long are you going to keep exposing and telling people the truth? And they still go there, supporting him, telling him what I done. How daft and stupid are people? This person, you don't know this guy. You don't know, he doesn't have any reputation. He doesn't have any record. He doesn't have anything. So how do you leave a structured, organized organization that want to unite our people to get us free? So somebody you don't even know about. You can't detect, like, if you shut off Facebook, you don't even know where you're going to get him. You don't know his family, you don't know nothing. So, honestly, I know you,
I will call you back. I will call you back. When are you going to sleep tonight? What time is it where you are now?
Mine is like 1 p.m. for me.
Are you busy today? You have something?
I will be off work in the next 4 hours. 4 5 hours I'll be off.
Okay, maybe just if I make it in the next 2 hours, if I couldn't reach you in the next 2 hours, maybe some other time I will call you. I have to discuss something with you. All right, brother.
Fantastic.
All right, brother. All right, yeah. I think yes, bye. Seeing Eze Jimado is calling me. I think he's calling me with somebody, a kind of conference call. Whether you have something to tell me with the person. Okay, here he comes again. Yes, hello.
Send a classified information.
Hello. You know I'm live.
You're not live.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait. I will join you. Wait. I will join you. I will call you back. I'm ending the program. I will join you. people.
It's very important.
I will join. I will join you. Please, Biafrans, duty calls. I have to join them to know, like, this thing that our brother just said now is something that need to be done without wasting time. I want to thank many of you that are with me here. I cannot continue this program, and I sensed it. Maybe he never knew that I'm online because the joint program, they are having a meeting, and I'm seeing a lot of people in this meeting. So as if I know, had it been something secret, I will allow him to continue saying without knowing that I'm online. And that is why I have to ask him if he really know that I'm live. very, very easy. If you miss even 1 minute, you start your job. It's not really looking good in that way. Many of them have stopped working, so they now have time. The time you are at work, you will see them. I do see them at work. I will just press before you look online. I say, really? They are still live. When do you have time to go to work? Are they watch night? Still in the midnight, they are still online. What are they talking? Shouting, giving order. They will see this idiot in London will say, after all, the thief in Finland have given his own order. I let him give his own. So they are Muslim power who is giving order. That's why he will now wake up one day to give Biafra. Let me ask these people that let me be blunt. This voice now that is telling people not to do, don't do this, with their people, their own people. I'm asked. Let me ask, because I've never asked before. This voice now you are going to hear.
From that to Europe or to, and there is no way we set back to every civilized man, to every decolonized person. Nigeria is a setback to them. You don't promote your tradition. You don't promote people's tradition. You don't promote anything made locally, but you promote Dolce and Gabbana. You promote Gucci. You promote Versace. You promote all this name brand that was brought to us by white men from Europe. You promote them, but you cannot promote local things. How then do you want us to move into fourth industrial revolution when we cannot believe in what we have? The ones that is from America is not threatening you, Nigeria DSS. The one from Europe is not threatening you. But the one from our land is threatening you because you marginalize our people. You marginalize our people. Tomorrow you say one Nigeria. Tomorrow you are this Igbo people, Igbo people who so call themselves the traditional leaders or religious leaders or political leaders. Tomorrow you will come out and kneel down for Fulani and tell them one Nigeria. Have you seen exactly what transpired today? You have seen it, how it unfolded. They don't want you. They don't want anything that is coming out of you. They detest you. Why would you love someone who doesn't love you? Are you forcing a relationship that that can never exist? That is the metaphor of mixing an oil with water in 1914. That is exactly the result of what you are getting today. They tell you one Nigeria. They tell you united Nigeria. But you are seeing it because that regalia represent whom he is. That regalia represent your origin. That regalia represent your ancestors. That is the only reason why they refuse him to put it on. Who does that? To put on his traditional attire to go to court, but he can put on name brand from abroad to put on, and yet you tell me Nigeria is independent. You tell me Nigeria is independent. I hope the whole world watched it. I hope British watched it, because your BBC is there. Of course, you will hear it. I am going to also play it here for you to see the reason why they denied Mazi Nnamdi changing his clothes. They said he's a Fisiago, and because it is a Fisiago, they don't want tradition of Biafra. They don't want tradition of Igbo people. They don't want anything to do with whom we are. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi to practice what he believes in. They don't want, they deprived him of freedom of his belief. They deprive him. And you tell me there is no religion war in Nigeria. You tell me there is no religious discrimination in Nigeria. Because that's what represents Mazi Nnamdi religion. If you are not aware, you should be aware of it right now. Maybe you are scared of Mazi Nnamdi religion. You are scared of Mazi Kanu's religion because you are discriminating. You know, there is a religious discrimination in Nigeria. That is the reason why Mazi Kanu cannot be allowed to wear what he represents or what, you know, what he is. But he can wear what white men made. He can wear everything that is imported. I want to ask Pan-African movement, are you watching? Because I am going to play it for you to hear it. I want to ask African Union, is it how Africa is going to enter into the next phase of industrial revolution? When they cannot even promote what they have. They cannot even promote what they produce. That Mazi Kanu can wear name brand from overseas, he cannot wear name brand from where he come from. We represent lion. Our logo, the logo of our ancestral logo is lion. Ephesiago. We call it Ephesiago, the lion of tribe of Judah. That is what represents us. That is what we represent, rather. The lion of tribe of Judah. And you can never take that away from us. The only person who wants to take that away from us is the enemy, which is the zoo. And that is the reason why we call them the zoo. They are scared of lion. They are scared of a logo of lion in a cloth. Diabolical people. Diabolical people. That is the discrimination you find in Nigeria. If he was a Fulani, if Mazi Kanu was a Fulani, believe you me, there is no way they will not allow him to wear whatever he wants to wear. That is the religious discrimination in Nigeria. That is a religious discrimination in Nigeria. We are at war. We are at religious war. We are at war in Nigeria. Anybody who is civilized enough, you will understand that we are at war. There is religious discrimination in Nigeria. That is the reason why they refuse him to put on a regalia that represents whom he is. Because that regalia represents him and his religion. That regalia represents him and his not only religion, it represents his tradition. Let us go there before we proceed, before we talk about the rest of the things. Let us hear it from the horse's mouth.
Close.
You are blocking us.
Yes.
Let us hear it.
Please ask questions like
Okay, let's move on.
So, for the benefit of Nigerians, could you tell us exactly what happened in court today?
Briefly, sir.
If you don't
want me to talk, I go. What do you mean by briefly? The longer waiting application. Those two applications.
Sorry,
If you want to go, you go.
sorry, Leonard. Our apologies, Leonard.
I don't have to speak.
Our apologies.
You are in court.
Our apologies.
I don't have to speak.
Our apologies, please.
Finally, those two long-awaited applications have finally had their day.
Sorry?
The two applications, those two tiny applications, have finally had their day. Tell us how it is.
No, not the two applications, one. And that is the one that is jurisdictional, which is saying that all the 15 counts in the charge are bad, and bad. Like I described it before the court, they are as dead as dodo. All that the court requires is to give them a decent burial. Because there is nothing whatsoever in the counts at all. You are accusing Nnamdi Kanu
of making some broadcast. You didn't say where this broadcast was made. Was it made in the spirit world? Was it made in the air? Was it made under the ground? You didn't state. That was to run away from the first count they had fired, which we attacked when they had mentioned the United Kingdom. So they thought that by not mentioning a place, they had gotten away from it. But as a matter of fact, they had worsened their case. Because
they accused him of making some broadcast. This broadcast they have accused him of making a broadcast. They accused him of making some broadcast. And guess what? The broadcast they are accusing him of making, they cannot present any evidence of where he was making that broadcast from. They could not present any evidence where he is making that broadcast from. So if they are not able to present any evidence as per where he was making that broadcast from, even if they present a broadcast, it is null and void before the court of law. Because you need to start, going to the country where he made that broadcast in order to find out if his broadcast contradicts the law in that country. Since they are not able to present the evidence as for where he made that broadcast, the evidence they produced is null and void. It holds no jurisdiction in Nigeria. When I tell you that this case of Mazi Methuselah you see today, it has no jurisdiction in Nigeria. The case is supposed to take place in Kenya, not in Nigeria. But because there is something wrong with Nigeria's system, and that is exactly when we call it zoo, you should understand the reason why we are calling it zoo. Because, technically, Mazi Methuselah is still in Kenya. Technically, if they are not able to produce a passport stamped out of Kenya, technically, Mazi Methuselah is still in Kenya. That is something you should understand today. That is something you should understand. So if there is any case that Mazi Methuselah have to answer, it's supposed to be in Kenya. Because Mazi Methuselah is technically still in Kenya. So, for you to understand the law that these people have broken or are still breaking, of course, I know that case is being filed of extraordinary rendition. So now, somebody is in Kenya. Somebody is in Kenya. You are, presenting his case in Nigeria without consulting the Kenyan government, because technically he's still in Kenya. If they are not able to say he made this broadcast from here, he made this broadcast from Switzerland, he made that broadcast from wherever, Swaziland, he made that broadcast from USA, he made it from White House of USA. If you are not able to say this was where he made that broadcast, it means that your investigation is null and void. Your evidence is null and void. Because it is only when you are able to present which country he made that broadcast, then the court might send the investigator to go to that country, or the court might check the constitution of that country and see if they are going to sue Mazi Methuselah in that country. But in as much as you don't know where this broadcast was made, you are violating a human right. Number one, Mazi Methuselah technically is still in Kenya. So if you believe that you captured Mazi Methuselah in a right way and you extradited Mazi Methuselah from Kenya to Nigeria, you are supposed to show us his passport where Kenya embassy or Kenya airport stamped him out of Kenya. You're supposed to show us the flight ticket which you bought in order to extradite him, or you're supposed to show us the stamp that shows that he was stamped out of Kenya, because eventually in this shenanigan happening in Nigeria today, if anything go wrong, the first place we are going to look for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is of course in Kenya. Is of course in Kenya, because he is still in Kenya. I don't know. Let me explain it or analyze it that the common people on the ground who does not understand the law of immigration, who does not understand the law of immigration, how it works. In as much as you are in a foreign country that is not yours, before you come into that country, you presented your passport at the from the border post or the airport. When you come to the to the airport, there is a stamp that will make you a welcoming stamp. That stamp will tell you how long you are going to stay in their country. That stamp tells you how long you are going to stay in that country. And if eventually you have a wings and you flew out of that country without them stamping you out through the border post or through the airport, that means technically you are still in Kenya. If anything go wrong, you are bound to go and ask Kenyan government. This was the last place we found this person. So what happened? They should be able to give you, the information as per what happened. Because there was no stamp out in their system. There is no, evidence to show that he was stamped out of Kenya. So basically, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya. His trial is going on in Nigeria. Technically, he's in Kenya. His trial is going on in Nigeria. Do you know when we call this country a zoo? When we call it a zoo, don't blame us, because these people, they act, everything they do it off the book. Everything they do is upside down. Animals, sometimes they have regulation more than what is happening in Nigeria. Because animal, an antelope, no, I cannot go too close to a lion because it is going to devour me. That is their rules and regulation of the jungle or the zoo. They have rules in the zoo. Animals create their own rules. But to my greatest surprise, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in Kenya. And they are judging him in Nigeria. His present is in Nigeria. Technically, he is in Kenya. Whoever that is presiding over that case, Bintanyaku, of course, I know you're supposed to ask, where is the extradition, papers? Where is the extradition papers? How did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get into Nigeria? I don't know if you asked that question. I'm not sure if you asked that question, because that was the first thing you're supposed to ask. Because Kenya government still owe Biafrans a lot of explanation. They still owe Biafrans a lot of explanation. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, who gave the plane that took him, or is it a wing that took him? Is it a winged bird that took him out of Kenya? Who gave signal to that plane to land in Kenya? And never checked what is in the baggages that plane is carrying out of Kenya. Those are one of the things, they're supposed to be considering. That is the reason why the lawyers, are telling you what the prosecutor presented. He presented that a broadcast was made. A broadcast was made. And that broadcast was made where? The moron, the sophisticated moron was not able to answer where that broadcast was made. But he called himself a professional prosecutor or a professional prosecuting lawyer. You call yourself a professional, a broadcast was made. This is part of the treasonable felony that they have charged him. A broadcast was made. Where was that broadcast was made? It was made in the heaven and it was heard in Nigeria. Where was it made? You are not able to answer. So let us listen to this, because now you can understand that this case is ended. After, let me analyze more. Let us listen further.
Because the Federal High Court Act says specifically, Section 34, that you must state the very location, specific location where an offense has been committed. Yes. That is one. They couldn't state any. They say made brokers, and that the brokers were in furtherance of some treasonable acts. For you to charge a person with furthering treason, you must have to charge the person with treason. Nnamdi Kanu is not charged with treason here. We call it the predicate offense. Sure. It is from this predicate offense that the acts of furthering will emanate. So they are building castles on empty air. There's nothing to support it. You are saying that the broadcast he made led to protests, violent protests in the east and in Lagos, affecting Lagos transportation system. Does this court have jurisdiction territorially over Lagos and matters that happen near Uli, near Ihiala in Anambra State? No. Does this court have jurisdiction over matters if there was an offense committed, for example, say in UK? Does this court have jurisdiction over matters that happen in UK? Answer, no. Because this court cannot exercise jurisdiction on matters within a sovereign land, another country that has sovereignty under international law. Another major point is that you are trying this.
The case, of course, has no basis. It has no basis. Federals. The case has no basis. It, of course, they are building a castle without any foundation. They are building a castle without any foundation. That's what they are doing. That is the reason why you find people buy certificate. If people buy certificate, there is nothing genuine about Nigeria. There is nothing genuine about that country. There is nothing genuine for a court to stand wasting people's time, telling them you made a broadcast in heaven, unknown place, and it was heard in the zoo, and the people take action without any evidence. Without any evidence, you don't know where the broadcast was made. Because if eventually where the broadcast was made is, if the broadcast was inciting broadcast, the jurisdiction of that punishment should start from where the broadcast was made. These people think that we are like sophisticated moron like them. We are not moron. We are Biafrans, and we are wise. In this 21st century, someone will come to the court of law. A professional prosecutor will present an evidence. A broadcast was made. From where? He kept mute. Where was the broadcast made? Mute. I try even to, put him to volume it. Mute. What does that tell you? The case is finished. The case is finished. If eventually the judge presiding over that case knows what she is doing, or the case is finished, because everything that they have labeled, every case that they are talking about, federals, act of federals, act of terrorism, every case lies on he made a broadcast. Where was that broadcast made? Mute. It doesn't exist. And then you keep bringing broadcast was made. Believe you me, believe you me, if this court knows what they are doing, they are going to drop that case. All of them, they will be dead on arrival in the next court case, because if eventually they don't want to make themselves or confirm that they're, professionals in the zoo are sophisticated moron, they should be able to understand that this case, there is no case here. There is no case here. You want to be investigating on social media. You have gotten your investigation on social media, of course. You will disgrace Nigeria to the extent if there is any still foreign investors left in Nigeria, they will run away, because there is no justice system. You will find out there is no justice system. Of course, I know what is going on. I know what is going on. The reason why I have not, move an adjournment move a motion for the judge to recuse herself. I know that whether you are a lawyer in this case, whether you are advocate in this case, whether you are a judge in this case, this is the biggest case that Nigeria ever answered in the history of Nigeria. The biggest case Nigeria ever, conducted in the history of Nigeria. And the reason why this case is going to choke them, or the reason why this case will be able to exonerate the justice system in Nigeria, if Nigeria does not kill this case in the next court, that is to show, there is a complex interest with whoever that is the judge presiding over this case. Because of course you will be able to understand that there is no case here. The 15-count charge is all about act of furtherance, act of you made a broadcast in heaven, it was heard in hell, and there is no, you made a broadcast in heaven, it was heard in hell. That is the reason why you are charged with treasonable felony. That is exactly what is going on. And when we call them sophisticated moron, they believe we are insulting them. We don't insult anybody. We address you the way you present yourself. That's what we do. We don't insult people. We don't insult a nation. We present you the way you present yourself. A broadcast. You couldn't go to the country and ask the country, what this person did, is it against the law in your nation? Because this is part of what the investigation will go. The jurisdiction of the broadcast he made supposed to start where he made the broadcast. But of course, you don't know where he made the broadcast. The case is dead on arrival. It is dead on arrival. In the next court, if Mazi Nnamdi is not discharged and acquitted of all this nonsense, and then in the next court, if he is not discharged and acquitted, you should know that there is something fundamentally wrong with the justice system of Nigeria, because they don't understand the law that they present to the public. They do not understand it. That is exactly what is going on. Let us continue to listen to professionals. Let us continue to listen to them. And we are going to find out more with regards to what we are. Let us see it as we are making a claim here now. Let us hear it as per what transpired in court today. Then we will know who is more professional here. If it is me or Nigeria justice system. Let us hear it.
Man, saying for committing for belonging to a proscribed organization. And I must now say this: contrary to what the prosecution said last time, Nnamdi Kanu has never denied being a member of Ipob. He says, I am not a member of proscribed Ipob. I want all of you to know the difference. And when Ipob was proscribed through the court process, Nnamdi Kanu challenged it. The matter is at the Court of Appeal currently. Yeah. Nobody knows the judgment of the Court of Appeal. If the Court of Appeal finally says that this prescription was wrong, as we are contending, let's say by that time you had already tried Nnamdi.
Let me address this one before, those conspiracy theorists, before they will, twist everything. Did you hear that? What did I tell you? They tell me who people were claiming Mazi Methuselah denied IPOB. You claim he denied IPOB. And I came here and I told you that Mazi Methuselah denied being a proscribed IPOB member. He denied being a proscribed IPOB member. Because many of you people who does not want Mazi Methuselah out of where he is today, you bring about conspiracy theory all over the place. Most of you who are constructively attacking Mazi Methuselah, you keep bringing conspiracy theory from left, right, and center. He never denied being a member of IPOB. He actually said he's a founder of IPOB. He found IPOB so that those efulefu, the pig in the creek who will come and talk rubbish, telling you that Nnamdi Kanu denied IPOB. I am actually digressing right now because we are not leaving anything unturned. We are not leaving any stone unturned when we are talking about the matter that concerns our lives. Because this matter concerns our life. It determines what our faith in this world. This matter that we are talking about, that determines our faith in this world. Because we are Biafran. The children of Chukwokika who lives in heaven. And God gave the mandate for Biafra to open the eyes of every man and woman, child, toddlers in Africa. That is the reason why in 1967 we were able to manufacture what we use to stand the fight against Britain, to stand the fight against the Egyptian pilots, to stand against Russia. We were able to do it because we have a mandate from heaven. We have what it takes to liberate Africa. And that is the reason why they are using Nigeria to hold us down. And we can no longer stand it anymore. If you are seeing what is going on, our regalia made, originally made, manufactured, originated from Africa. They refuse Mazi Methuselah from putting it on. Because it is his belief, it is his tradition. But they allow him to put, is it Dos and Gabbani? Is it Versace? They allow him to put things that was made by our colonialists. How then do you think that there is something good that will help our Africa, that will come out of this Nigeria? Is there anything that will help our God-loved continent of Africa that will come out of Nigeria when they don't promote themselves? They don't promote what they have. They don't promote their own. They don't promote their own. They promote America, Europe, China. They don't promote their own. You present Mazi Methuselah with his you call it designers wear, made in Europe, made in America. But when he want to wear the one made in Africa, made by Biafrans, made in from Biafra land, made in most importantly, made in Africa. You bring in, this African mentality that kept us down, from what whom we were. You have forgotten that you're supposed to promote what you have more than every other thing. That is the reason why the people who colonize us are still 100 steps ahead of us, 1,000 steps ahead of us, and there is no way we are able to challenge them. There is no way we are able to even compete with them, because we don't promote what God gave us. We don't promote what God placed here. We don't promote the spirit of Africanity in us. We don't understand what would make us free. That is the reason why we say Nigeria, African Union, Pan-African movement. I know you want the civilization to enter Africa. There is no way if we don't fight those, if we don't break the structure called the giant. This giant is the one placed on Africa like this, and Africa is falling because it is the giant of it. Africa is falling and it will continue to fall if you don't destroy this structure which they call the giant. The giant. Many people will come and tell you I am digressing and I need to touch on these places. Now that I still remember it. Many people will tell you that Nigeria is best together because you have buying power, you have number, you have, when you start up a business you will make it. Without them understanding, it is not about buying power now. It is about civilization. It is about industrial revolution. It is about having a revolution that will transform this neo-colonial structure into the civilization of 21st century. And there is no way we can achieve that without demolishing the structure led by colonialists. There is no way. And we keep nourishing that structure, we keep polishing it, we keep refreshing them, we keep bringing them in, and there is no way we are going to thrive. Believe you me, we cannot thrive in this neo-colonial structure. We can't until we destroy it. Before you want to build a new structure, you must destroy the old one. That is what they did. When they come, they found us on our own doing something. We were moving with it. We were civilized people. They break they break us. They make sure that we do not grow of what we were. They destroy whom we were. They implemented whom they want us to be. And that's what we are growing up to be. Because when they destroy whom we were, they now archived, they put our history in their archive. They started writing a history based on what they have given to us to become. And they keep presenting it to our people. And then in the next 1 century, it becomes a norm, it becomes your tradition, it becomes your culture. That's exactly what is going on. And the more we promote it, the more we stay on it, the more we are going down. The more you will see roads in all over the place. The more you are going to see road all over the place looking untidy. Let me see something. Let us keep listening. You want to build a case that has no basis. They are building a case that has no basis. A prosecutor who presented the evidence, you made a broadcast with an act of furtherance, and it was heard. They know where it was heard, but they don't know where it was made, which means some piece is missing. And for you to present any evidence in the court of law, you must present it complete. You must present it to be complete. Because in court of law, supposed to be very, very sensitive. Not to prosecute an innocent person. not to prosecute an innocent person. I am watching this case closely. I have seen court. I have been in court of law in civilized countries. I have been in court of law. I have seen how case is presented. I have seen how things are done. They are building a castle, just like the son said, without any foundation. Building a castle on top of a sandy soil. On top of a sandy soil, without even having the decency to dig a foundation in that sandy soil. They just placing a cement building. What does it do? It will collapse. That's exactly what they are doing. In the next court, if they don't discharge this case and acquit Mazi Kanu, it means Nigeria is a fraud, as we have said it is. It means Nigeria is gone beyond, repair. That is what is going on. Because the more it is happening, the more it is unfolding, the more the whole world is laughing at you. The more they are laughing at you, a lot of things is happening. Many people, let me not digress more. Let us listen.
Jailed him. How will you bring him back? So you are trying him under a law that is inchoate, that is being challenged, whose efficacy and longevity is being tested and has not been finished. So we call it lite pendens, or the doctrine of sub judice. So you cannot. So Nnamdi Kanu, in his extrajudicial statement, said he founded Ipob in 2012 in London. And that is the head. He has never denied being the founder, head, and member of Ipob, but he denies being a member of proscribed Ipob. This point must be made clear. We have also challenged the entire law itself, the Terrorism Prevention Act as amended of 2011 as amended in 2013. Now, it is not a law within the exclusive legislative list of the National Assembly that it ought to have made. It has no competence to make it under the Constitution. We have also challenged that. There are other grounds, very strong grounds, where we are challenging that. For example, you brought this man, you abducted him by force, you tortured him, you captured him like a common criminal in Kenya.
Did you hear that? Did you hear exactly? You captured him, you tortured him like a common criminal in Kenya, and through the back door of the book, you renditioned him back to Nigeria. Renditioned him back to Nigeria. And now you present him in court, trying to do, what do you think that they want to do? If not that we are exposing these people every step of the way. I know that a lot of you don't know what we are doing in the media. You don't know that every war that is being fought starts in the media. Every war starts in the media. From the media, the wise will know what modus of operandi they are going to use to engage that war. But the foolish will believe it is all about people having time coming to talk in social media. And that is that foolish Nigeria is. That is that foolish Nigeria justice system is. If it is a civilized country, all these months, there is nothing presented. That case supposed to finish in January. That case supposed to finish in January if it is a civilized country. Because there is no evidence, there is no basis, there is no background, there is nothing that you have presented to this honorable court that is going to prove Mazi Kanu guilty of treasonable felony that you have quoted There is nothing that you have presented to this honorable court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. You claim that you have proscribed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but you make a move of a terrorist to go to Kenya and rendition him back to Nigeria. That is a move of a terrorist. It's an act of terrorism. Because if Kenya government is not able to give account of how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left Kenya, it means it's an act of terrorism. It is an act of terrorism. And which means that case holds no jurisdiction in Nigeria. That case is supposed to go to Kenya first. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be sent back to Kenya. And he is supposed to be a free man. If Nigeria knew what they are doing, if Nigeria justice system is indeed working. The first thing, how did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu enter the country? Where is the extradition, papers? How can you be presenting somebody that is not in Nigeria in the court in Nigeria? It is like, okay, in a simple term for some of you to understand. Now, what you see in Nigeria is like a spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because technically, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya. Because in the first world country, or in a civilized country, the first thing, how did he enter the country? How did he enter the country? But he is answering a case that holds no jurisdiction in Nigeria. He made a broadcast, just like I am making a broadcast. You made a broadcast in Mamfe, and they heard it in America. Therefore, the president of America now sent for FBI to go and rendition you without even following the extradition treaty. Just like the case of Abba Kyari. Of course, you heard what is going on in the case of Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari, remember, Abba Kyari we are talking about today. I am not going to digress a lot. I am coming back. But I need to touch on this. Abba Kyari, or Hush Puppy Kyari, was an internet fraudster accomplice. He is an accomplice to cybercrime. Abba Kyari was supposed to, extradited to the United States by the FBI. Nigeria covered it up, but if it is somebody else, Nigeria will say, before they say they need to extradite, if it is a ordinary man in Nigeria, ordinary man, no, Nigeria will say, come, we will accompany you, come. But because it is a super cop, remember what Femi Fani-Kayode come to tell you. I hope you remember, they are super cop. They want to, what did he say? He said that they are trying to, make, I can't remember how he placed it, or he placed his word, but I know he said that this is a super cop that has not done nothing. They are trying to sabotage a super cop for no reason. They are trying to sabotage a super cop for no reason. But they have forgotten how many people died in the hands of this super cop that you are trying to protect. You are trying to protect a super cop. Just like it is making round now, that Obi Kubana now is also marked next to Abba Kyari. When we talk to you people, leave Fulani Janjaweed and their business alone. You will not. Now, it has touched everybody. And the more it is touching you, let it touch those people, those politicians in the likes of Femi Fani-Kayode, who came to tell you that Abba Kyari is innocent. Why were they saying Abba Kyari is innocent? Have you ever seen him stood up to say that a common man is innocent? They claim that he arrested the biggest criminals, the biggest kidnappers, the biggest this. But you are getting the information today that he forced people to accept what they did not do. The people he killed on sight when you refuse to accept what you never did. It is not counted. It is not counted. All of a sudden, just because they protected him from being Dixon to America. Now he started pushing drugs. Now you will see how it is going to indict so many of them. It is going to indict so many of them. Those people who believe that they can see evil and cover it. Just like we've been warning those our billionaires and our trillionaires. Leave these people. Focus on your own. Your people are being killed. You cannot talk. Do you know what is nemesis? It is going to befall all of you. All of you, one after another. Nemesis of what you have done, you have caused on our people. From more than 3 million Biafrans has been killed after 1967 to 1970. Then after that, more than 1 million Biafrans has been killed in the hands of security operatives. In the hands of security operatives without trials, shoot on sight. Shoot on sight. Just like they keep doing even in Biafra land today. Deploying Fulani army of conquest, terrorists in their army uniform to go and burning. They are burning, killing, raping, extorting, displacing in the act of terrorism. They are seeing an act of terrorism being committed by Nigeria state against Biafrans. But they come to court to tell you he made a broadcast in heaven, and this broadcast caused chaos in hell. Therefore, he's committed a furtherance act of terrorism or treasonable felony. That's what they will come and tell you, because he is Nnamdi Kanu, a man of truth. He is Nnamdi Kanu, a man who exposed every atrocities happening in Nigeria. That is the reason why this case is, taken personal. That is the reason why this case is taken personal. Because this case is not being handled just like other cases in the court of law is being handled. Because he is a Biafran. When it comes to Biafrans, you must be brutal. That is, the mode of operandi in Nigeria. The big ones, what is about Biafrans, you must be brutal. You must be brutal. When it's about things, terrorists, don't. Maybe you send only 50 soldiers. And send them after you heard that they have killed 300. Send 50 soldiers. Deploy 50. Remember that attack on Fulani is attack on the north. Sorry, attack on Boko Haram. Sorry for that. It's attack on the north. And that is the reason why the north is feeling the spikes. Because you heard it, you kept quiet. When you heard evil, you kept quiet. The evil come back hunting you. You heard that the attack on Fulani or Boko Haram is an attack on the northern Nigeria. They heard it, they kept quiet. Now, the north are being displaced. Common men, because it never affected this government. It never affected any of them. they are feeling the spikes. They commented, whoever that is commenting rubbish in my comment section, you know, I am going to block you because you are autopilot and you don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You are autopilot criminal. Autopilot criminal. I can remember this Ebukalio. This will be the last time you will appear in my comment section. Autopilot criminal. When I say that you autopilot don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out, I know this Ebukalio very well. I remember you very well. You know, autopilot. We are talking about the case in the court today, and you come and tell me this autopilot is doing anything for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Criminals all over the place. Criminals all over the place. He is here to tell me talking senseless topic. Emmanuel Kanu is selling his brother, answering calls to the prosecutor. Are you not an idiot? You are a big idiot. A big idiot. When people listen to you, people like you, they will know that, you know, autopilot is criminal that came to destroy IPOB. And they are going to face charges just like Abba Kyari is facing today. They are not going to go, you know, they will leave IPOB in shame. They will leave IPOB in shame. You are not insulting me. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing in my comment section? You come here to stop me from preaching this gospel, from exposing the zoo for what it is, because you are not a pilot. That is exactly what you are. That is exactly what you are. You are not insulting me. You come to tell me Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother is selling him out. What are you doing? You are insulting every Biafrans. You are insulting every Biafrans. I know you very well, Ebukalio. That's what you are doing. We must continue. We must continue. The reason why I actually address that, is because I know what autopilot does. I know what they want to do. Whenever they see that you are saying something that is the truth, that is supposed to indict Nigeria, they will come to your comment section to to discourage you, to confuse you, to make you digress. That's what they do. But let us continue. So Abba Kyari was moving freely. If not the picture that surfaced again when he went to a wedding. Maybe no one that we started talking about it again. No one will even find out that Abba Kyari is a drug pusher. No one will find out. Because he pushes his drug, he settled those security his bosses. He settled them. That is exactly what is going on. And I know that some conspiracy theorists will say it is because they are now charging him of a drug trafficking because they don't want him to be extradited to USA. You must be under illusion. Abba Kyari have committed a lot of atrocities. During SARS, Abba Kyari was part of SARS squad. He killed and he extorted so many of our people. He killed them with their parents still looking for them today. Abba Kyari, the only policeman, when he is going, he go with camera. When he is posing to shoot people on sight, he pose with camera. The caller, I am not taking calls yet. I am not taking calls yet. I will take your call when I am done with my analysis. I am not taking calls yet. Please call when I say you should call. So Abba Kyari is left to be all these months moving freely, going to wedding, taking pictures, bringing to public domain to tell US that you are nothing. You can't extradite me because I am here in the zoo, a corruptible nation, a corrupted nation, a nation that can never ever for once be truthful to themselves, a corruptible system. That is the reason why you have the audacity. You took a picture, you brought to the public domain to tell us that we talk for nothing. To tell us that once you are, you belong to the Nigeria cabals, you don't commit crime. Even if you kill 100 people, it is common men. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That is what you did. You killed so many of our people. Their blood will keep haunting you. Nigeria never saw that. They never investigated that. Even the events that you people are claiming that he arrested the biggest kidnapper. And a new investigation must be opened. Because what Abba Kyari used to do, when IPOB or Biafra talk about it, it becomes that IPOB, we are pushing propaganda. Is it now a propaganda? There was a video you saw. The reason why I am touching on this, I am not digressing, fully. The reason why I digress is for you to know injustices that is going on in Nigeria. Mazi Kanu made only a broadcast. He made only a broadcast that the person who is an accomplice to, cyber crime worth of $1 million, more than $1 million. Nigeria covered him. They covered him up. He is a murderer. He is a cyber criminal. He is a drug trafficker. What is it that you have not covered in Nigeria? But Mazi Kanu, you come to tell us that Mazi Kanu speak in heaven, they heard it in hell, which is Nigeria, and it caused chaos in the hell. I am actually calling on United Nations to judge this issue between us, because what this issue of Mazi Kanu, it looks like all the IPOB, all Biafrans are in prison today. I am going to prove it to you. Let us finish this video. I am going to prove it to you. I am for the whole world. I will play a movie for you to see. Then you will know that the whole Biafra land is in jail with Mazi Kanu. You will see it yourself. Let us continue.
A British citizen who had gone to Kenya voluntarily, you captured him, you abducted him, and you rendered him to Nigeria by force, without going through any extradition process, and all the laws governing the
without going through any extradition process. Without going through any extradition process. But Abba Kyari, the extradition process of America or US FBI, it is still ongoing. It never matured. But Nigeria, just 2 minutes, 2 seconds, they have captured Mazi Kanu. 8 days they have sent a plane, which is spirit or ghost from Kenya, gave that plane a signal to land in Kenya airport, without searching them to know what they have put in the plane. If it is a human trafficking, there is no security in Kenya to search them, because even the whatever Kenya government is claiming is baseless. Their claim is baseless. It holds no water. You gave a plane a signal to land in your airport without checking that plane thoroughly to know what that plane is going. You gave it a signal to take off without checking that plane to know what he came to steal in your country. And you come and tell us that you are not aware. It means there is no security, there is no government in Kenya. Is it what you people are trying to tell us? Because even a child of yesterday will be able to tell you that Kenya government is in cahoot with what is going on, and all of them, they need to go to jail in an ICC. They need to go to ICC, because there is no way you will tell me that a plane come into your country without you knowing. First of all, you kidnap somebody, torture them for 8 days. A plane came from nowhere, or they grow wings. They don't need signal to land in the airport. They don't need they don't need to be checked in the airport. They landed in their private airport. Maybe Nigeria government built a private airport or terrorist airport in Kenya, where they land and take off whenever they want. These are the things that we need to be asking these people. Because we are not daft. We are the children that have grown up and we saw 21st century. We saw fourth industrial revolution. Our eyes are open. You cannot fool us anymore. You have fooled us over the years. Not anymore. Not anymore. We are exposed. Maybe if you make things to be right for us in the zoo, that we don't run away from these countries and run away to the first world countries, maybe we might not be able to open our eyes. But you made it possible for us to go out there to find out what the world is all about, and we have found it. And that is exactly what we are doing here, exposing the criminality in the zoo. That is what we are doing. You found a person, you tortured them for 8 days. They grew a wings, they come and captured him, take him, rendition him to Nigeria. You will not be able to give explanation. All the airport border posts in Kenya, not able to give any explanation as per somebody flew in from Europe to your country, from that to Europe or from wherever, from America or from Asia to your country, without you knowing that this person came in, you stamp him in. Now all of a sudden, from thin air, that person disappeared. And you come to claim you don't know. You don't know. Are you sure you don't know? Because the last time I checked, a plane can never take off or land without giving a signal. Who gave that plane signal to land? Who gave that plane signal to take off? Those are the things that we need to be asking ourselves. What is it all about? After beating him up, after battering him up, you beat and battered him, you rendition him to the zoo. As God may have it, he survived. Because if he had died, you will push him off the plane. Because that's what you people do. A dead man don't talk. That is the orientation given to every security apparatus in Nigeria. Shoot to kill, because a dead man does not talk. Once you kill them, they don't talk. If it is possible, throw the body into a river. That's what part of what things Abba Kyari did. And he believed he will come to holy land of Biafra, desecrate the land of Biafra, and he believed he will go free. He believed he will go scot-free. After all that, there is no such thing. Nature will always catch up with you. Nature will always catch up with you. And that is exactly what happened. Abba Kyari, all your atrocities will be unfolding. As long as you have killed innocent people, force innocent people to agree to the crime they never committed. But the innocent people are being prosecuted for no reason in the court. Every day, another count charges. Every day, another count charges. But you, that is supposed to even, on a normal circumstances, you're supposed to be hanged. You're supposed to be hanged in a public because you have killed thousands of innocent people from the south. You are called a super cop, which the whole politicians in Nigeria recognize you as a super cop. Billionaires in Nigeria recognize you as a super cop. But you have never arrested any terrorists from the north. You have never killed anyone from your side. People from your side, they don't commit crime. Is it what you are saying? They don't commit crime. People from your side, they don't commit crime. It is only people from the south region that commit crime. That is to show you the marginalization and the reason why Ojukwu said, him who is rejected cannot reject himself. You have rejected our people. You have rejected us. Prior 1960, the day you got your glorified independence, you rejected us. You rejected us. And you are expecting us to reject ourselves. We cannot reject ourselves because we did not commit crime to come into this existence. We did not commit crime. Let us continue to listen.
sub 4, Article 34 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, like sections 4 to 6 of the terrorism and other acts within the Commonwealth jurisdiction, and even part 5A of the guidelines issued pursuant to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, say that before you can try a person for an offense, you have to show that the person was rendered freely and voluntarily, lawfully, to your country from the country where he was, maybe as a fugitive or as a visitor. But Nnamdi Kanu was captured in Kenya and brought here extrajudicially to Nigeria to face trial. That cannot make any count based on that to stand. It is like saying that you can destroy a person ahead so as to have the chance to try the person. So we raise some very fundamental steps, and in any case, in any event, the entire 34 grounds that we fight, the entire affidavit and better affidavit, including points of law, they could never deny any of them. They just did what you call general denial by saying the prosecution denies the affirmance in your affidavit. What are you saying to it? What did they say to the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was extrajudicially rendered and renditioned to Nigeria? They don't have a word. What do they say to the fact?
What do they say for the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria? They have no answer to it. There was no answer. Now, what do they say? That Nnamdi Kanu was captured, beaten up, rendition him. They have nothing to say. They did not say anything. What does that tell you? This case is finished. Believe you me, go to US, come back, whatever you might think as a Nigerianist you are, or whatever you are, this case is finished. This case is finished. If they don't finish this case in the next court, Nigeria, time shall come when all these political leaders will be passing in the airport. Even the foreign people will be making mockery out of them. Because it is happening, and it is only going to get worse. They will be saying, look at these criminals. They go to their countries, they loot money, they steal it, and they bring to our country to hide it. Their country is dying of inflation. Their country is taking loans all over the place. There are criminals that prosecute innocent people, but the criminals are walking around, freely, like a free bird. But the innocent people are behind bars, paying for the crime that they haven't committed. This is exactly what is going to be, because this is exactly what is happening in Nigeria. And that is the reason why when we call it a zoo, please do not feel insulted, because that is what it is. Even zoo is better. It is supposed to be a jungle. That is what it is, because there is nothing good that has ever came out of that place ever since I was born. Ever since I was born, I have never seen anything good coming out of that contraption. Why? The only thing I see coming out of that contraption is hatred, injustice, extrajudicial killing, ethnic cleansing, tribalism. That is the only things that I see coming out of that contraption. How long are we going to watch these things happening? How long are we going to be watching these things unfolding? How long, how long, how long? Is it when all of us perish that the United Nations will hear us? Or is it when we all go back to start fighting a war? Is it when United Nations will hear us, or African Union? Are you guys all compromised? That is a very important question that I am also here to ask African Union. Are you guys all compromised? The war, the extrajudicial killing that happened in 1967 to 1970. Many African countries does not know about it because they hid it from the media. They did not expose it. A war crime was committed. People were killed. Children were killed. Brothers were closed for food not to enter Biafrans. Nobody has been held accountable for war crime up until today, and yet there is some structure called African Union in this beautiful continent called Eden, known as Africa today. All these things happened. No one stood up to fight for Biafran. Not even African Union. What about United Nations? That's supposed to, that's supposed to make sure that everybody is, safe, because they are called the world power. They can command and they can make sure that justice is served. What is it that you want us to do for our voices to be heard? What is it that you want us to do for our voices to be heard? All you are looking for right now is for us to do something to protect ourselves, for you people to label us a terrorist. Is it what you want? Is it what you want? Is it the route that you are advising us to go? Because we are equal to the task. We just want things to go. We just wish and want things to go in a civil way. Conduct a referendum that people may decide where they want to be. Conduct a referendum that people may decide where they want to be. Mazi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience, a British citizen. I want to make sure that I want to make sure, or if I am the only person that is getting confused by this shenanigan happening in Nigeria. Mazi Kanu is a British citizen. Do you remember when they said that Boko Haram captured some American citizen, or some bandit captured some American citizen, and America came straight and came to rescue their people from the terrorists in Nigeria? What does that mean? What does that mean? America took their plane, went straight to the forest where this person was. They took that person, saved that person back to America. Does it mean there is a way that they talk to terrorists? Please, if there is a way you speak to terrorist America, please speak to the terrorist called the Nigeria government to let Biafra go. In that way, speak to the country called Nigeria to let the common man be free. Because we have been killed. Mass killing. You saw it in Lekki Tollgate, where we have presented everything that is in our possession. We have presented everything that is presentable. We have, acted it even in a drama for you to understand it. We have presented it even in a hard copy for you to understand it. We have given you information as per what is happening to our people across Nigeria. And yet African Union kept quiet, yet United Nations kept quiet. What is the job of United Nations? What is the job of African Union? Is your job to watch injustice being done against black people in a black nation by the neo-colonial tool called our political leaders, called our politicians? Is it your job to watch those things happen? But the American citizen was, apprehended by terrorists. There was no scratch done on this person because America flew straight to come and rescue them. Why don't you, America, why don't you, Britain, come and rescue your citizen that was captured by a terrorist called Nigeria government? I know that when I call them this, Facebook apprehends me just like they did right now. But the most important thing that I am saying here is that if American citizen was able to be saved by Americans without any scratch done on them from the heart of terrorists or from the heart of terrorists in Nigeria, why can't Britain save their citizen from this heart of terrorism in Nigeria? Does it mean that Black Lives Matters only in Europe and America? Does that mean that Black Life does not matter in Africa? Does that mean that, just like we have seen something making round on social media, that a footballer kicked a cat? You know what is a cat? Meow. A footballer kicked his cat and he was given a fine. He was given a fine. A constraint came to my, Facebook or to my studio app just because I mentioned this news. But it is the truth. It is making round on social media. A footballer kicked a cat and he was fined more than, I think, 180,000 pounds or euro as a fine because he kicked a cat. And Nnamdi Kanu was tortured in Kenya for 8 days. Rendition him back to Nigeria. There is no fine given to Nigeria. Nothing is being done about it. Nigerian leaders are moving freely, flying up and down from abroad, this place to that place. No one is brought in for questioning. British High Commission is there taking picture with prosecutor to show you that British High Commissioner Catriona Lang is against their citizen that is being unlawfully prosecuted in Nigeria. What do you have to say? Black life matters when it's a black life in America. Black life matters when it's a black life in Europe. Cat life actually matters. A cat life matters because it's a cat from Europe. Matter more than the life of Mazi Methuselah, a British citizen. Because I don't think British will give anybody their citizenship without them meriting to be the citizen or being a good citizen of the country. I don't think so. And as long as he's a British citizen, he is entitled to all the benefit in Britain. He is entitled to all the benefits in Britain. Why then is a British citizen being tried unlawfully, being detained unlawfully, never changed his clothes unlawfully? They gave him a cloth to wear. Nigeria government chose that they will give him a cloth made by foreign countries. to wear instead of allowing him to wear a cloth made locally? Is there anything that we need to know that we have not, been exposed to? Is there anything that we need to do that the United Nations will understand that we have suffered enough in the hands of this tyrant called Nigeria prior 1960, which led to Ojukwu saying a person that is rejected will never reject themselves? If there is, give us a clue. Give us a clue, because we have suffered. Our children are dying. Our siblings are dying. Our relatives are dying in the hands of security operatives, which we always presented to the media. International community, you have not said anything. You have not given us any answers to our questions. Prior 1967, a war crime was committed. No one is held accountable. A crime is still being committed. No one is being held accountable. A border was closed for our people not to get food to sustain themselves from the war. No one is being held accountable. That Kwashoko killed almost 3 million women and children. A war crime that is supposed to be tried in ICC. Gowon is still there moving freely. Gowon is still there moving freely. So, what exactly is going on? What exactly is going on? And yet we say Black Lives Matter. Let us continue to listen to the legal team.
Now this case is on appeal, and you cannot charge a person on a law that is still inchoate. They have nothing to say. What do they say when we said that this court has no jurisdiction? Because you have not said that the law was breached here. You are saying it was breached in another country and it had ricocheting effects here. Where is the predicate?
This case has no jurisdiction, this case has no jurisdiction in Nigeria. Whether be it the case of, they say he broadcast in heaven, it was held in hell. It has no jurisdiction in Nigeria. It should be having its jurisdiction in heaven, where the broadcast was made. It should be having its jurisdiction in heaven, where the broadcast was made, not in hell, where the broadcast was heard. That is exactly what is going on. Because this thing is the disgrace that I have received, that I am not proud ever to show my green passport to wherever I go. Not proud. And I can assure you, none of you, no politician in Nigeria is ever proud. Not even a politician is ever proud to show their green curse called passport anywhere they go. No politician. If they have any way they will be able to buy even a Ghana passport, these politicians, they will do it. And yet they are giant that is placed on Africa, that is bringing Africa down. That is the reason why they call them giant. This giant is what is making Africa go down. They place something that is, improper fraction. When you are in school, you put, improper fraction. When the number on top, is bigger than the number on the ground, it is called an improper fraction. That is exactly what is going on. You are giant of Africa, but to just cross and go into Ghana with your green passport, it's a biggest hassle of the century. Talk more of going into other nation. Wherever you go, every other nation you go, you are scared to present your green passport because our politicians have shut in a church and they have used the religious book to wipe their palm. That's what they have done. They shut in church, shut in temple, use religious book to wipe their palm. That's what they have done. If you can come out clean to say that you are proud to present your green passport for those of these criminals who will come and tell you, now Nnamdi Kanu did this, Nnamdi Kanu did that. If you are proud ever to present your green passport to say, I am a Nigerian, please comment it on the comment section that you are proud to present your passport. Comment it on the comment section if you are ever proud to present your passport of Nigeria to say you are Nigerian. That is the reason why when we get citizen, we tear that passport. We rather buy a visa to go there instead of using it. We rather buy a visa to go there instead of presenting that green passport for people to see. Where we, the contraption that we came from. Those who claim that, one Nigeria, including your politicians, they are not proud. And they can never be proud. What is good to write home about that country? Is it that they will come to someone's country and kidnap somebody and go and try them in Nigeria? That they will steal money. I am going to refresh. Just give me a second. Let me refresh because I see that they bringing a constraint, or rather reporting this video. So is what is good about report that you report to call yourself Nigeria? We keep having a drop frame. It means the enemy is reporting this video. The enemy is reporting this video. We keep having a drop frame, but we must continue. So what I am saying is that there's no human being in that contraption called Nigeria that is proud to present in the airport, I am a Nigerian, because of the activities of your political class, because of the activities of your politicians, because politicians are the evildoers. They support evil. When you see them in the Europe, they can even start sharing money to people of Europe, sharing to them. But they will see people, their countrymen. Sorry, that's Europe. They will come. They want to see that you are telling you a good man, and you don't know that they know whom you are. They know what you are. They know what you represent. Having a serious challenges here. We are having a serious challenges